I haven't put out any tweets or anything. I'm not really fussed.
I got two monitors up. I got EVS on the other one.
I yesterday's stream, I really enjoyed it, Leroy. It was one of my favorite.
Oh, George was over the moon, guys. Like,
was he?
Yeah.
Just talking shop, like actual
comics. Yeah.
He probably wasn't being happy with me.
No, he was not.
Why wasn't he happy with you?
Because I was having a bit too much fun with the fact that I haven't read any DC. I was saying some outlandish things. I was saying that Thanos came before Darkseid and copied him, and
I'm going to send him the link. Actually, he won't come, but
he's sick. Don't send him the link. He's sick.
Oh, it's too late. I already pressed the button.
Oh, he got the second COVID shot today, and I talked to him briefly actually, and he's coughing and he's probably in bed.
Oh, what's up, Vanessa? You're welcome to come in here. Pop in if you like. Oh, what's up, D-Wag? Also welcome to pop in if you like. So I'm looking for an artist. I've got these like origin stories for a few characters, and I want to find some artists. Manifesto. You're welcome to pop up. I'll pop in too, mate. I'm going on his show sometime.
We all are Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Well, I know Mike and I are. I would assume maybe you are.
I'm going on with Polton.
Is that next week?
I don't know. It's sometime.
No, on K Manifestos.
The Moral Compass just got called up to the major leagues today.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I like it. You've got the call, Mark. You got the call. You're being called up. Get to wardrobe quick.
In 2.5 years, this is the first time I've seen Mark Polton on an EVS stream.
It's pretty crazy. Like why he hasn't been on there. Like there's no reason for him not to be on there.
Well, he's just a writer, so
What are we looking for an artist for?
So these origin stories for a few characters.
Which character specifically are we looking for right now?
Well, I've put feelers out to someone. I don't know if I should tell who it is.
No,
I'm loving this Darkseid look, Michael. Fantastic.
This is what you've brought me to by defeating me in the race to 40,000. I'm now become the true evil.
So what? Aren't you 0 and 2? Is that correct? Is that the score?
Yes, Rob. Yes, it is. Well done. Congratulations.
I think depending how long
keeps me hungry.
Depending on how long the stream goes tonight, I may be spending more time with you two than my wife in the last day and a half or so.
Well, yeah, I figured so because you were on stream for ages.
I've been doing the same, but it's not. That's incidental. I'm in here in the cottage doing things, so
I'm on vacation. It's whatever.
Yeah. So.
So I'm looking for an artist I've got 3 stories I've written, like origin stories for replicated characters. And I'm just looking for some artists for them.
But give us the character we're looking for at least.
Well,
just pull one out. One's
Goliath. Do you know who Goliath is, don't you, Leroy? The big guy.
Yes.
I've offered that to someone. I haven't heard back from them yet.
So let's take Goliath off the table. Who are the next two?
Swift Shock.
Mm-hmm.
The red guy and Pain.
Who's doing Ghost?
Well, I haven't written Ghost one yet.
Ghost is the first one you should have wrote.
I know the story for Ghost, and it's pretty cool.
That's the first one you should.
How long are each of these stories?
Between 12 and 18 pages.
And are you thinking of compiling them all into one campaign?
Oh, yeah, so it's one book. Okay.
Will you include a ghost? Dude, include a ghost. Seriously.
Yeah,
I mean, 3 dudes?
I was thinking about doing a ghost separate.
Okay.
Like a 48-page book for Ghost.
Because Ghost is your Scarecrow. He's like for Eric Weathers. She's the one that everyone
Since it's
is drawn to.
Since it's so short, might I suggest maybe you might be able to get Joe Sontag. Because I know he's working in his own book, but you're not looking for a lot of pages. And Joe is like, to me, I like Joe stuff. That what I've seen, I like Joe stuff more than I like Rob Willis.
That's really funny you mentioned that, Leroy, because I was looking at him earlier today, as you can see.
I'm not seeing. I don't think. I know I have seen his work, but I haven't looked closely at it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I was looking at it like this. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's
great. This I assume he drew as well.
That's his character.
Yeah.
It's
Who
like
knew Fred Durst could draw so well?
Yeah. Look at Raiden.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Viking Wolf. The first time I really remember seeing it was very recently on this Viking Wolf piece that Mark showed off.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Joe isn't the artist on Viking Wolf, is he?
No.
That guy's good as well.
Yes, I would agree with that. Keep scrolling down, though. Keep scrolling down. Keep going. There's a piece that George liked a lot, and it broke my heart. When we get to it, we'll pull it up, and I'll tell you why it broke my heart. But keep scrolling. Keep going. Keep going. It's Swamp Thing. How about that? Keep going.
Why? What's wrong with Swamp Thing?
No, I just want to pull it up, and then I'll explain what happened when I talk to George about it. Keep going. Keep going. It's colored. It's actually colored.
Oh my gosh, dude! How far down is it?
Dude, I like looking at art, so I looked at a lot of it. There it is.
It's fun.
So I was like, damn, I like this guy. I was like, I wonder what George thinks about him. So I copied that and I sent it to him. I texted it to him. I'm like, dude, this guy, I like this guy better than Rob Willis, I told him. He's like, yeah, it reminds me of Jim Lee. And to me, Jim Lee is like a great artist, but he also sucked the soul out of DC with his perfection and, like the house style. So it broke my heart when George said it reminded him of Jim Lee. So, but yeah, dude, you put colors on it, and this is what you can have if you hire this guy.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if he's open. I don't know. But if 12 pages, you might be able to get him. 12 to 18. He's the next. When he puts out his book, it's going to do well.
Yeah, that Swamp Thing piece was legit. Did he do the colors on that as well?
No, he had it colored.
So this is colored by a guy I was looking at, Brian. I don't know. I'm not going to pronounce his name. He's worked for Marvel. Pretty good colors, man.
I have this is going to be a long stream, which I don't care if it is, but I just have a request that we stream snipe Ethan when we get to 100K, so we could see who the artist is.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
K Manifesto. This is Joe from 8 and stuff.
Yep, for art and stuff.
Oz Great Sage.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so Joe's really great.
That's the thing. Like, he's drawing his own book. Is that right?
Yes.
So there is
Reaper Destroyer.
There is some he has some ability just to do sequential work.
I've not seen his sequentials yet. I'll say that. So he hasn't shown them off, but I saw this sketch he's doing. He did this on stream with Corey, matter of fact.
Yeah, this is great. I love it. Fantastic.
Hey, Rick in the chat.
What's up, Rick?
Rick.
Oz Great Sage, what's up?
Critical Blast. Ethan sleeping.
What?
Yeah. So
is it because they're talking about wrestling or?
Maybe he's sleeping on Joe. I don't know what he means.
Here is another good artist as well. This guy is doing Dixie Rose.
Mm-hmm. Dixie Rose looks good. Real good.
What's up, Crackhead?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Yo.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, man. We're just looking for some artists.
Sorry. No headphones.
It's all right. Like, it's good, but it's not.
Oh, I think it's really good.
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
I
wow.
think it's like
Who's this?
this is the guy
Uh,
doing Dixie Rose.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Matthew Fowler's book.
I love
yeah.
this character concept. I think
Looks
it's,
like
Yeah, I think
Kingpin.
it does look like Pink Kingpin. Maybe that's why I like it.
Mm.
No, I think this guy's really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so do I.
Oh, there's one thing for sure.
Heavily detailed.
There's no
Mhm.
shortage of artistic talent in Comicsgate.
Mm.
What's up, Dojo Coon?
When I can look at this, like 2.5 years ago, you would never look at this and be like, "Oh, that's all right." No, this has been the greatest thing. Like, "Oh, this guy's Comicsgate,"
Yeah.
you know. And now
Yeah.
it's like, "Well, we just looked at Joe. I like Joe a little bit better."
That was. I was just going to ask you, Leroy. That was Joe's. That was Joe's
Fred Durst.
Swamp Thing that you
yeah,
pulled
Fred
up.
Durst. Yep.
Damn,
Mhm.
that was really good. Wow.
I love the eyes on this. It looks sick.
What's going on with those?
Yeah, they
eyes,
do look
man?
pretty cool. Yeah.
I don't know why you just don't hire Kyle Ritter to do an 18-page piece.
Ooh.
I asked him yesterday if he'd do Rep 4.
Oh, really?
He asked.
Yeah.
He probably said, "Hell no."
He said he'd do a cover.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I mean, hey,
Having a Ritter cover is better than not having a Ritter cover.
mhm.
Yeah.
3,800.
Really like this guy.
Left.
You
Mm-hmm.
you have to let me know
Wow.
when you have to switch Leroy.
Yep.
I'd
Yeah,
say
we
like
can't miss
when
that.
it's like 500 to go, we start stream sniping probably because then
Uh,
it's gonna really just happen.
Does Patrick know what's going on tonight, and he still want to do his? If I was him, I'd want to wait till later to do your show. Going
I
up
don't know.
against
I just
this,
asked him.
yeah.
and,
Not that I'm trying to be a butthead. I'm just saying, like, going up against this tonight, it's kind of.
Mm.
I want to know who the artist was that Malin bought the piece off for the Visions book. Do you know who
Yeah.
that was?
Yeah, his name is Kenneth
Yeah.
Walkerfort.
No, it's that Booty Juice.
Booty
well,
Juice is
Booty-
in the. Booty Juice is drawing for Zayd. He was on the Aunt and Stuff show yesterday as well. He
But it
the
was
guest.
Booty Juice, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Yeah.
I
Damn,
wish
man.
he'd use a real name though.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I really don't
Yeah,
like
good.
Booty Juice.
I know.
Yeah, when you think about it, yeah, don't think about it. Actually,
Yeah, let's not think about it.
This is Matthew Dalton. That's
Mhm.
Viking Wolf guy. He did a ghost piece for me, which
yeah,
I
this
sold
guy's
too.
rad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
He's a bodybuilder too.
Viking Wolf does look good.
Yes.
I just
The
like
Dark
seeing
Bancroft.
sequentials since you want them to do pages. Seeing this doesn't do anything for me when I'm trying to judge. Well, how well did they do Replicator? This
An
doesn't.
interior. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah.
It's this. Yeah, it's the thing, isn't it? Like, even an average artist can do a really good pinup.
Yeah.
it's
Every now and then.
sequential.
Yeah.
Is a whole different ball game.
When are you getting your Dark Side coffee cup, Mike?
Never. You know what I'm going to do? I'm about to open my. I'm about to get my. What's it called? How cool does this look when I do it like this? Come on. Now I'm about to get a PO box for fulfillment.
Oh,
you know?
there you go.
And I'm going to start putting it out there so people can send me cool things like Thanos mugs if they want to see him on the show.
Well, I hope you have a lot of friends around Australia because I don't think a lot of people from the US are going to go out of their way to send you free stuff.
You don't have to send it from the US. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But like, I got people sent me a cool pirate shirt. You know,
Not
what
one
else might they
person.
want to send me? It's an offer. I'm not. You know, if
Oh.
no one sends anything, I won't be disappointed.
Look at your back wall. I just noticed.
Yeah, it looks cool. Huh?
Oh, which one did you end up taking down?
Oh, you put up the original colors one. Oh no, I didn't take anything down. I took.
Oh, you didn't have to take anything down. Oh, all right.
Because I had a bunch of smaller ones there, like
Oh, okay.
Monster MD and
Hmm.
the Lost Pages. But maybe I'll find somewhere else to put them.
Looks good.
Rick says check out TJ Sterling. Does he have a website, Rick, that I can look up?
I don't know. I think I don't know if he's not CG. So like you're gonna have to make sure that he's okay. He doesn't know much about CG, right?
No, I don't bother with that anymore. I used to, but it's like if the artist, takes on work, they should know what they're getting into themselves.
Critical Blast says, can he swap his name to Juicy Booty? Here's the thing: it's hard for me to take anybody seriously that doesn't have like. If I was drawing art and my name was Leroy, I wouldn't expect you guys to be taking me seriously.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, my name wouldn't be Lord Crackett if I was trying to put out a book. Yeah.
Right. It's still weird seeing the moral.
Dude, though. He's funny. He's got a good sense of humor. I mean, like,
he was great on stream. Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Great. Interactive. He's for sure.
Yeah, I like him.
I think Joe's going to be an outstanding addition over here. So.
Yeah.
You keep calling him Joe. I don't know who you're talking
Fred
about.
Durst. Fred Durst.
Joe Fulton. I think just call him by his name.
I thought of Joe. Whenever I hear Joe, I think Joel Fulton first too. Like that's the first Joe I think of.
Okay. Fred Durst from here on out. I won't.
It's like
when Justin Timberlake. I mean, it's perfect.
Fred Durst and Justin Timberlake, exactly.
It's like when anyone says, "Oh, I really enjoyed working with Rob," I go, "Oh, awesome," and then they go Liefeld, and I'm like, "Ah." Oh,
I've never heard anybody say that before. Anybody.
I know exactly. Exactly. So
no, not you. I'm talking about Liefeld.
Well, they talk about him. They talk
about him. I know that. Lord Crack isn't a real name. You remember this, Michael? I see how it is.
I'll find somewhere to put it because I really do like it. The problem with the Monstrum D one, as much as I like it, it's very white and it just sort of like draws the eye to it. Whereas
well, hold on. Let's address the hoods real quick. When Mike does it, he looks like a badass Jedi. When Rob does it, he looks like the kid that rides the ET bike with the ET in the basket.
You know why? I made this hoodie. This is my old hoodie from back in the day, and we had it made to spec. Like we designed it. We made all the.
Now Rob looks like BTK. I mean, or the Unabomber.
Unabomber, definitely Unabomber vibes.
So when we had them made, I asked for an extra large hood, and they were like, "That's way too big." And I said, "No, trust me, that's the perfect size."
Let's do a refresh here, shall we? Let me see where we're at.
Yeah,
we are at 3,800 away from finding out who the new artist is.
It's better than the Mohawk, says Johnny Cage.
You need to get a haircut.
You know what I'm really worried about? That they're going to say who the new artist is, and I'm never going to have heard of him.
I know we're going to miss it. Yeah.
After this morning's stream, Bancroft, that would not surprise me.
Yeah.
Do you know who John Byrne is?
Oh, man.
Yes, I know John Byrne.
He's an artist.
I know.
Oz says a couple of edgy boys on the panel.
Yeah.
It's the end, like
Joe in here.
Joe who?
Sonatag.
Fred Durst?
Sontag.
You want me to send him a link?
Yeah, give it a shot.
Send him the link, yeah. We'll talk to him
as
about
long
his
as he
art.
doesn't mind hanging out with a couple of emos.
I don't know if is he even watching? Or should I explain to him what it is?
He was in Ethan's chat a few minutes ago.
All right, let me get him.
Are they all IKEA frames, Rob?
No, Kmart, mate. $15.
Ooh, yeah, I was about to say, like that. You know, actually, there's a great site. It's called frameshop.com.au, and you can get custom built, and they're not that expensive. But I mean,
you
$15
get those for $15.
I know, but they're $15 Kmart frames.
I just messaged Fred Durst, so we'll see what he says.
He'll say he did it all for the nookie.
Yeah, just roll over here.
Did you guys like Limp Bizkit back in the day?
No.
Yes.
I
Nope.
loved Limp Bizkit back in the
Oh,
day.
that's not
It
surprising.
was so of the time,
Never-
and I was
never
like,
was a
yeah, I
fan.
was like,
That's why I didn't like them, because it was every time I turned on the radio, I would either hear
Yeah.
Roland or Did It All for the Nookie.
exactly. It
Didn't
got
like Korn either.
really. Yeah, I didn't like Korn either, but
Yeah,
I
I
was
was big. I
fully.
liked one Korn song. That's it. But the rest of it, yeah.
Joe or Brett Durst, like what time? I'm like, right now.
Mr. Steve G, just jump in. You've been
Yeah, there
called
is
up.
no
Spur of the moment.
preparation.
Yeah, this is
And
it.
then you never know when the great, like this morning was like one of the greatest streams I ever had, and it was like, "Hey, Mike, I'm bored. Do you want to stream?"
Yeah.
Like, that's how it
Those
started.
are always the best ones, right?
Yeah, it was really good, man. I enjoyed it. Like we were talking about real stuff without it being too like catty or drama filled. It was just like it was just real talk.
It was a good stream, yeah. I didn't see it all. I fell asleep, but I saw a good amount of it, and yeah, it was good. And like you said, Leroy, when you have Shane on like that, and it's just he's just chilling, and he's it's just normal Shane. It's a good show, yeah.
Shane is my favorite. I was waiting for Rob. There we go.
I want to shout out Camel Moon, who his character of Shane in
Oh man,
Al Salad is so perfect.
right?
Like that droopy dog face. It encapsulates so much about Shane.
It is
He's
pretty
got
perfect.
the boxing gloves on and
The
It
shades.
was funny. It was funny last night.
How long
I had
are we
get
going to
off
be?
the stream.
How long do you think we'll be streaming for? He's putting his
Oh.
daughter down to sleep.
Who?
Fred Durst.
Yeah, well, a while. Last night I had to get off the stream, Leroy, but Shane just started talking for like 20 minutes without interruption. I'm like,
you can just turn your camera off and
It's
mute,
funny.
and then like
That's what I do. I just turn my camera off and mute, and if I have to do something.
It's funny when that happens because you get some people that really don't like that, and then some people that love it. So I had yesterday where Eric was not liking Shane's rambling, but George was loving it, and I was loving it. So you can never please everybody on a stream.
Yeah.
it's not that I didn't like it. It's I had to say the words, I have to go, guys. I'm like, I didn't want to interrupt him. That's the thing. Bancroft, I love the glove you have on. It really works with your outfit.
Yeah. I didn't notice that till now.
a working glove.
So where's the art? Well, I thought we were looking at art just as something to look at.
The Bancroft Emo BC, the Robocopter beat him to 40k. Yeah, I did. Quite easily too. Like it wasn't much of a challenge, really.
Bro, you've been busting your ass for an entire week to make sure you beat him.
I just did a
And I got
thing and it
feedback.
happened.
Anybody else
I
getting
did
feedback?
a thing. My God, yeah,
I can hear it a
an
little.
echo when you talk. Just when you talk.
Is it me? It can't be me.
I mean, it is you.
Yeah. What you just said now though didn't echo. You sound good there.
It's because Rob's playing with his controls over there. I see him doing it. It's Rob's fault. I don't know if I would admit that I still listen to the Limp to this crowd. No, you don't. You don't. Amanda,
That wasn't that, but that wasn't the question. It was back in the day. Did you like Limp Bizkit? I
No.
mean, I can't remember the
I
last
gotta
time
get-
I ever listened to it.
I got to give Amanda props for posting the picture
Whoa.
of her man bun today.
Creed just jumped up to 96K.
No, what's that been at? 30? Yeah, it's been at 96, 241 for a while.
Oh, it has. Oh, I haven't looked in a while.
Mm-hmm. People in the chat
bad.
don't know yet. EVS has promised us if Creed gets to 100K, he's going to announce the artist that's coming over to Confiscate. So we are on watch. We are on high alert, Mike. High alert.
Yeah. And supposedly it's going to be an artist that most of us have probably heard of before. So that's even more
Everybody
exciting.
but Bancroft and Rob because they've never read a comic book before.
Bancroft, so this isn't a secret. If it is, apologies. But you were looking for different artists for Lucent stories, correct?
Yeah, pretty much the exact same thing that Ethan was talking about earlier.
Mm.
Side stories and stuff like that.
Okay. And do you have any people in mind that we can
I've
have a look
been in
at?
discussion with no one that we can look at. Like, because I'm in discussion with them, and I don't know if it's going through.
Mm.
So yeah,
So
actually, there's
think-
only really just one guy who I really wanted, and he said he can do it, time permitting. But I've been so busy lately with other stuff, I haven't been able to. Like,
So on a
you know.
totally different note, what artists do you like right now?
Ethan Van Sciver, Kenneth Rocafort, you know, the usual.
I like lots of artists. Charlie Snogans,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
a good
yeah.
artist.
Jason Bascom, I like him. I like his style.
That's
Corey Barton.
Jason's absolute, isn't he?
Mm.
hmm
I really like Chris Graves. I'll show you Chris Graves stuff.
Chris Graves.
Might be a bit hard to pick that up.
You can get Rob Willis to do a side story for sure.
Me or Rob?
Rob. Amanda
Chris
wants
Graves.
to. Amanda wants to remind everybody it's the last 2 weeks for Girl Scout cookies. Amanda, go put your link out
Ooh.
on Twitter. I'll retweet you.
Yeah, me too. I
Skip
need to grab
Edwards
another
says,
pack too.
I only know artists from Webtoons. There was one guy, actually it was a team, and they were doing a futuristic sci-fi action comic, and that art was amazing, total pro level, and he was releasing it on Webtoon, but then he obviously didn't really get the results that he was after, so he left. I always wonder what happened to that guy and that comic, because it was amazing.
Mm.
What do you think of this guy? Not you guys aren't feeling it, from what I'm.
Mm.
I
It's pretty
can't.
good. It's kind of like you know,
That's
art
pretty
print
good.
piece stuff, you know.
Yeah,
Like I
like
said,
that.
it's hard to say without.
Sequentials,
Yeah.
yeah, I get you, man. Rick sent me a couple of links on Twitter. I'll have a look at those in a sec.
Yeah, if anyone
think-
has any links to good sequential art that we can look at.
I would just say that make sure it's a CG artist or somebody who doesn't have a problem getting in bed with CG. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
True,
He
true.
He sent me a link to Isaac Bell from Metal Shade.
Yeah.
That dude would be doing his own thing, man. I don't think he'd be hireable. Kind of like Bancroft, I'd say. You know, like
Yeah, so don't even ask.
Bancroft. Would you want to color like 12 pages? Seriously.
Be a damn sight better than the Replicator 3 colors.
I did
Corey's
not say that.
Corey's in the chat. I had to rib him.
I don't want to answer that right now. I'm not going to say no though.
Okay, cool.
Ooh, all right. Nice.
Yeah.
Haha,
Just
good
say
luck.
no, but
Good luck with what?
oh man,
Bancroft is going to hire Aaron Alfecci.
Aaron Alfecci is like gold standard when it comes to sequentials.
Yeah. Dude, he's amazing. Like he's like understanding of anatomy and is second to none. Like there's a scene in Replicator 2 where Sarah gets thrown to the floor and it's like a bundle of legs and arms going everywhere and it looks perfect. I don't know how you could possibly do it to that level. It's crazy.
Is it the scene where that giant dude standing right next to her and she's on the floor in that closet? Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like his compositions more than anything. Like he's very creative with the panel layouts and
Yeah.
all that
he
sort of
really
Yeah,
stuff.
he's good. Yeah, he's good.
Man, I hate when Corey's in here, then he leaves and then I waste a good burn, and he's not even here for it.
Damn. Yep. Wasted chat.
Yeah.
So this is the other guy Rick sent. It's a bit. It's very hard to tell.
Yeah.
I think that's that TJ guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, that guy doesn't know what we're all about yet over here, so you'd have to talk to him first.
When's the duplicated shipping? I backed all 3 books this time. Yeah, ask Corey. No, it'll be soonish, guys. Soonish.
Well, I know that Bancroft just cut in line for you for a certain part of the project. How'd that make you feel, Rob?
It didn't bother me at all because we're waiting on colors. So I mean, Eric could start coloring the black, lettering the black and white right now. But he might as well just wait a week or 2. Hopefully, Corey will be finished by then. But you know, I mean, I could get the book
my
out
letters
now.
my letters will be finished this month.
I wanted you guys to fight. That's unfortunate.
Oh, there's no point kicking a dog when it's down.
Oh my god!
Damn.
Jesus. Gee, wow. Okay.
Why? Bancroft never says anything mean. He's always so nice to you all the time.
In public.
In public, yeah, mate. In DMs, it turns into a whole different Bancroft. Corey's piece that he's
Yeah.
sharing.
Very 90s style Cyberfrog head.
I feel like
it.
it's kind of weird though because it looks like his legs are behind him.
Yeah.
The legs a bit, yeah. I like the head though. The way he did the head, 90s style.
I wish
Is
he
that
would
a-
put some
is that a
clouds.
Lilith piece?
Yeah,
Lilith and Cyberfrog
and a
then
Golden
you've got
Gate time.
John,
Starcat.
John can't use that because it's got Cyberfrog
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
Starcats.
Starlight Cats. Yeah,
That's it. Thank you. Far out.
octopuses.
and then you got
Octopuses.
People. Yeah,
Clayton's
and
girlfriends.
he didn't get the Golden Gay time right. If we're being picky as well, because doesn't it have like the bits on top of the ice cream
Yeah.
Bancroft?
Totally covered.
Rob gave him a sweet poster. Well, that's because but Mike shares his platform with Rob all the
I
time.
did it again.
What did what again?
Just shared my Twitter feed. That's fine.
What are you talking about?
Don't worry. Don't draw attention to it any more than I already have.
It's like that time that you put your name up on.
Well, I've done that like 17 times. Which time?
Yeah, it's really hard not doing it.
I mean, if we want to talk about like the supreme docs of all time, though, we need to talk about Amanda.
Why? What's it do?
the bun.
Yeah, the man buns, the man bun docs. I don't think it's John Byrne. I was just saying. I question
that,
whether they know
geez.
who John Byrne is. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be John. I don't think he could. I don't think he would come over to Comicsgate.
What about Silvestri?
Eesh. I don't think he would either. But that'd be
I think he's
insane.
he's very likely at some point to do it, whether it's now or
Yeah.
later. He's on his way one time or
Really?
another.
Why
Yeah.
do you think that?
He's got go FU money. He doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to him. Like he can go do whatever he wants. So
Is he of a Comicsgate mindset?
No clue. I don't know
Didn't
anything
Well,
about
if we
politics.
don't know, that means he probably is.
yeah,
Like that's usually how you find out who's
The
cool
quiet
with it,
ones,
if they just
yeah.
don't never say anything and never get involved in the.
it would not shock me if Sylvester came over at some point. Let's just say it that way. Oz says I doxed myself twice. No, it's been more than twice, my friend.
Ethan said I nearly cried, so it has to be someone who's.
It's got to be good, yeah.
That would be
Like-
that's Sylvestri at like that level, right? Exactly.
Yeah, Finch
But
level
he
or
also,
something.
but he
yeah.
also said of the 90s.
He did say
Turner.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Silvestri is of the
And
90s.
No, that's
yeah,
what I'm saying. Like,
wasn't
Right.
wasn't it Image 90s to be?
It's one of the
exact?
7. I think Ethan said today it's one of the 7.
What if it's Liefeld?
Imagine
So
that.
really, it's one of the 7.
But I don't know
I
if
didn't
he's
hear
announcing the one of the 7 today, or he's just announcing somebody, because there's supposed to be a few. So
Yeah, there is a few. That's right, and because he
Yeah.
said only one of them was in his green room. Like I guess the green room DM that he has, I guess he only put one of them in there. So those people that are in there, they know one, but the rest he knows.
But Ethan
Anyway,
said,
K-Manifesto said if it's John Byrne, my brain will melt. And that's what I'm saying. It's probably not.
Yeah,
yeah, imagine like 2 of the top 5 Superman artists of all time, like with Shane and Byrne, like in Comicsgate. That'd be pretty fucking cool. John Byrne is the best, in my opinion. In my humble estimation.
Hmm. Is that an educated opinion?
Yes. Of course it is. I read comics.
If
You
it's
don't.
Silvestri, Clayton will explode.
right.
Well, he won't be the only one.
I would actually love to
Definitely.
see these guys doing a CG book where they take their time. You know,
But-
it takes them
Yeah.
Ethan time?
6 months. Yeah, like 6 months to a year to get it out. Like, I would love to see that, because when I look back, say at a guy like Silvestri or Jim Lee or someone, obviously, yeah, the art is really cool, but you can tell it was done to a tight deadline.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
love
Imagine
to
if
see
they
them
had to
just
take their
relax
time.
and-
Yeah, what
and
they could
really
produce.
dive into it.
Yeah, I mean,
Because look
Dojo
at what
says
Ethan was able to do. When he was able to take the time, he ended up producing the best work of his life with Cyberfrog, and and he was no slouch at DC.
Brian
And Creed just jumped up a little bit more than 300.
Brian just says that he has Byrne at number 2, so as Superman.
Oh.
So there you go.
Wow.
So yeah, he's universally acclaimed.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, I like that. I think because he can take his time, that's why like somebody like Ethan like thrives over here.
Yeah.
And I'm still waiting when I say because he can take his time. I do think Ethan is on top of the game right now as far as artists and comics, and I don't. Yeah, it's debatable, but you can't debate. I mean, he has to be in the conversation, even if he's not your number one.
Yeah,
Hawkman.
absolutely. Gotta be.
Or they're watching Flint Flossie videos now, so maybe we'll get more viewers.
I mean, he did. He usually loses a good amount whenever Flint's on.
Rob, Joe's gonna pop in at any time. Just so you
Okay.
know. Or I'm sorry, Fred Durst before Bancroft yells at me again.
I had a friend that rolled their car dancing to Roland when it came out.
Jeez,
They had their hands on the wheel.
that sucks.
No, that's not how you do the rolling thing like that. That's like 10 and 4. That's how grandmas do rolling.
Well, dude, it was. They rolled
That's
their
it.
car.
See,
That's
look
the
at
point.
Bancroft. Like he knows how to do it. You're doing the granny rolling. Like this is how Rob rolls in his Buick.
We don't have Buicks here. We have Volvos.
There you
Oh,
go.
jeez. German engineering.
How to Draw Comics usually has some really good art, but I haven't seen anything so far that has blown my mind.
Eric Von Schugel says Ethan said it was one of the 7 last week on the Jack Show, so take it for what it's worth. But they've also said it's multiple people, so I don't. It seems to me if you're going to bring one of the Image 7 in, you're going to do that on a live stream. You're not just going to be like, oh, by the way, here's some art. This is who it is. You would roll the carpet out for that.
Yeah. Maybe Ethan was planning this the whole time. Maybe the whole because remember how he said, how do I get out of this when he first
No, it was
announced
super.
it?
This was super chatted today, and it wasn't. Somebody super chatted the suggestion to him. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
we'll
Well,
do
yeah,
it.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, true. I guess so.
What do you think of these colors, Bancroft?
I'm gonna go get a Coke.
Looks pretty
Pretty
good.
good.
I like it.
Good input, Bancroft.
Oh, it's not really my style, so I mean, I like it, but I don't know how well I can comment on it.
I like how they say it's one of the 7,
Oop.
like it's some sort of.
I know.
Yeah, Unite
Manga.
the Seven,
The
like it's
original
Justice
seven.
League.
And
Yeah.
the 7 swords of
The
good.
first 7.
Yeah, exactly. Dojo, how do you go about finding your artists, mate? Because you've done a lot of books. How do you find you guys?
Cobra Kai. That's pretty good.
Something going on in his back.
Oh, that's cool. David Finch
Well,
was
mate.
on at some point. See, like we've looked through this for like 10 minutes now, and there are not many sequential pages at all.
Yeah, it's just all pinups and just this some.
Yeah, but this he's an inker, I think.
Oh,
You get a lot of that.
yeah.
Would you consider different, like vastly different styles?
Not vastly different, but for the Pain story, I want it to start off pretty kind of happy and simple, I guess, in its art, and then by the end of the story it won't be that way. So
It all sounds like a massive headache to me. I mean, if I don't get the artist that I want for my side book, it might just not happen. 'Cause it's like,
who is it that you want?
He's not
no,
gonna
I'll
say.
tell you off stream.
He's already told you. He's already told you.
I think
Will
I
he?
have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the comments anyway get wild. Like Reddit is crazy. You go on
Yeah,
Reddit, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, some people get pretty savage.
Eric von Stugel, 1 chromosome of Rob 7.
Yeah.
You're not only missing one,
That's
you're missing a
pretty-
whole lot of them.
That's pretty amazing that Clayton has this resource. It's just got this.
Yeah, that's
page where
cool.
Everyone comes and puts
Yeah.
on there.
Oh, Amanda put her tweet out. Let me retweet it for her.
I like that.
He's a really good artist, but I think he'd be pretty popular, and you couldn't book him.
Cool.
And I don't know if he does sequentials.
Ooh.
Mark
guy.
Oh.
Mark Huizinga. I don't know how you pronounce his name.
Oh, Creed jumped up a little bit again.
You need to travel to
96,
Brazil,
715.
Rob. Travel to Brazil and just hang out in the, what are they called? Favelas?
Favelas. Yep.
And just find an artist. And then you know what the new thing to do is? This, and you of all people need to do this. You don't tell anyone who they are. No names.
There you go.
Isn't
Keep
that
it
like
close to the
almost
chest.
like slavery? Like indentured servitude?
Hey, you can do what you got to do. This is
You
a comic
paying them
book
in
biz.
US dollars? Trust me. They'll
That's a
thank
sick
you for it.
page.
Hmm.
That's wicked. Do you like that?
Oh wow.
I like the composition and lineup, but the colorist needed to work harder to make it visually understandable. At the moment, it's just like
It does get a little messy. Yeah. You got to stare at it for a little while to understand. Just fully see everything. I do anyway.
I would have
7 live
absolutely
streams
just.
right now.
Yeah. Well, it's that way every night almost now. Like you can't get
But
away
this
from
is
it.
just kind of like a hangout. This isn't like a show.
It's still a live stream though.
I know.
And,
Yeah,
and Jimmy's here, so I mean that says it all. Thank you, Jim.
Hail Jim.
true.
Jim was upset with me.
Oh yeah.
that Yeah, that I was streaming at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
How did you feel this morning?
I woke up
today?
at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's whatever.
Yeah, I didn't have work today too. So
Does your wife work?
a little late.
Leroy?
Yeah, but here's the thing: I threw my back out. Right, so my back is. I'm in.
Ooh,
I
damn.
hurt a lot. So if I went and laid down in bed, I would have tossed and turned and like kept
Yeah.
her up. So
She's like, don't come to bed.
Okay.
no, she didn't
Yeah.
say that. I was being nice actually.
Oh,
And I was
Mel
like,
does.
well, I mean, that's why. Yeah, my
Pretty
wife
good.
would never tell me that.
Oh, Jim's giving Corey a good burn right there.
Oof,
Shit.
cool look. Oof.
Oh.
A werewolf. Imagine that.
It's pretty good line work though. Bancroft, you like this?
Again. Yeah, of course. But again, like, with a page, I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like there's. I mean, there's no. Is there any sites that people have like full portfolios for you to view that have their sequentials in them?
Yeah, sometimes there are places, but you got to find the person first. Gee,
I
that's
like.
hard to do.
Yeah.
I want to talk
Oh, wow.
about this.
I know that person. Is it David Lima? Yeah,
Mhm.
I know that artist. Where do I know him from?
Your wet dreams.
Oh, Rob. Honestly.
Oh mate, if only I entertain myself, that's enough.
Like I like how Ethan like beats around the bush when he talks about McFarlane. He acts like he doesn't have his direct number and doesn't ever talk to him. You know, it's like, come on, Ethan.
He's only admitted that he's talked to him once, but I'm sure they've talked more than once.
Yeah. Oh, there's Frank Miller right there. That's not Frank Miller, but that's the
Same
Frank
artist we
Miller.
just looked at.
That's
Frank
the
Miller
Frank
Batman.
Miller style. Yeah.
Yeah, the Dark Knight,
Even I know what the Frank Miller Batman looks like.
it's very recognizable.
That's showing how famous Frank Miller is.
I
Great
think
style,
it
too.
very rarely looks good when you have a black and white drawing and they put red on it.
Really?
The only time I like
Very
read like when
rarely.
the way Graham did it, when it's only like the blood or something like that. If it's done right, that I like.
Oh, Ethan got flagged. They shut down. D-Wag just said, yeah, they shut down the stream from Flint
Wow.
Flossie videos.
Flint Flossie.
Yeah.
Flint had
Wow.
enough. He's like, I'm sick of these comics people stealing my shit.
Wow.
It's pretty dope. Do you like these?
Streams up. It's just over.
These are like they
Wow.
they reference stills from
Mhm.
frames from the movies and draw them. I watched Venom the other day. I had never seen it. I liked it.
Oh, the
I
Tom
thought
Hardy
you-
one, yeah.
I thought you didn't have time for watching movies.
I was like, it was while I was drawing.
What's up,
I didn't-
Dojo?
Didn't really see much of it. Hey, Brian.
I heard you talking about looking for artists, and you wanted to know how I came about some of the artists that I work with. And there's a site called zwol.org, ZWOL. And on that site, there's colorists, flatters, artists, letterers, everything you can think of. Now, granted, they are of a wide variety of skill levels. So you really do have to search to find, the skill level you're looking for. But I mean, obviously you can, because I found several.
Wait, hold on, Brian. You were using that before you were CG, though, right?
This is true. Yes.
Okay. Because that introduced a whole nother.
Leroy's
factor.
really worried about that.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't
about
want
finding
anybody
a
screwing.
PG friendly.
No, I don't
Yeah.
want them to be. I just don't want to screw anybody over. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
Like,
true. I mean, look what happened to Adam Post. I mean, that artist that he'd been worked with for 2 or 3 years, he did both of his College of the Dead books, found out he was CG, and then just dropped them. Wouldn't work for him anymore.
Oh, I see. Well, so maybe it's worth having a conversation with somebody before I hire them. But the few people that I've worked with who now know that I'm in CG, they're like, yeah, okay, whatever. When's the next?
yeah.
When do you want your next page?
Yeah, that's all I'm saying is just
Is your
let
money
them-
green?
right.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. Exactly.
Right.
Eric Weathers is in the chat. What's up, Eric? He's got a wedding tomorrow. Not
Oh,
his wedding,
really?
but he's
His
going
own?
to a wedding.
Oh,
No,
nice.
He's having-
Always
he's
nice
right,
when
he's
it's
getting
someone
another
else's
wife.
wedding.
Eric is old school Kansas. He got like married when he was 15. It was arranged and everything.
Yeah, they had 6 months of courting and everything.
Square
Real deal.
dancing at the wedding, like all of it.
I haven't heard back from Patrick yet.
Hmm.
Usually before I put the stream live, I just do a little check-in and say,
Who?
we
Parnell.
still on? We still going?
Yeah,
So real
Well-
quick before you've got to go, I did want to sort of support what you and Leroy both said, and that was, a lot of these artists you're looking at fantastic pinups, but you really can't tell if they're great until you can see them drawing that same character from 5 different angles, from above, from below, to really see can they make the character recognizable on page after page after page.
Ethan's back up, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I saw this guy on Twitter the
agree,
other day.
Joe. Totally agree.
About 3,090 left until we find out. So
Well, I mean, maybe he should have closed out on Leroy's stream.
That was pretty epic.
I mean, you guys always discount the fact that it's Kenneth freaking Rocafort. Like it's not hard. When you're
Well, and CG. I mean, everybody rallied. I mean, you had almost, so many fans where, everybody really came together that night. That was, that doesn't happen often like that to that extent.
I was talking out loud yesterday with, I think it was with Mike, and how impressive is it that so when Kenneth declared CG, he was on his way to being the Batman guy at DC. He would just put on Detective, so in essence, right now on Comicsgate, we have a Green Lantern guy, we have a Superman guy, and I mean, for all intents and purposes, Kenneth was a Batman guy. That's pretty impressive.
It is.
That's sick.
I can understand people not wanting to jeopardize their future. Maybe they've got a good gig going, and if you come out and publicly align with us, then it's either not going to get any work, or it's going to be a real struggle, or you're going to have to make some kind of embarrassing fake declaration or something.
Hey, Jeremy, can you mute your phone? There you went. Okay.
So yeah, it's a testament to their commitment to what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that hey, if I didn't get any mainstream work, going forward, well, that's fine. We've got, I'm going to be doing my own stuff.
So Leroy, let me throw a hypothetical at you, right? Let's say Trent Kanuga is still working for Blizzard. All right, he's friends with Ethan, all that, and he comes over, but
he is still working for Blizzard.
Okay, let's say he's working for Blizzard on an exclusive Blizzard contract where he's not freelancing, so he wouldn't be able to say he's CG.
Mm-hmm.
And he came over here and wanted CG support.
Mm-hmm.
Does that go against the
No,
rules?
no. I was just talking. I don't know who I was talking to today, but if one of the CG, I'm not buying mainstream books right now. But if they hired a mainstream guy to do a book or a CG guy to do a book, I'd probably go pick up the book to show support. Like, this is what you need to do. You need to be hiring these creators that are fan focused. Reward this. You reward with your wallet. You punish with your wallet.
I would consider that evidence of Comicsgate winning. That's
Yes.
a category of winning.
Good night,
I would
statistical.
support that too, yeah.
Hold on.
True.
Statistical Zero is going to bed. He said Nolan was the Batman. Yes, absolutely. But good night. He's a big member around here to all of our channels, actually.
Yeah.
What
Always
did you
in the
say?
chat.
Dojo Z-Wall? Is that what it was?
Yep, ZWOL, but it's .org. So it's important that you don't go to .com because that's something completely different.
It's porn.
I wonder if
Porn, right? I was just gonna say.
I wonder if Trent's like done on EVS because he's not there anymore.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Interesting.
Oh,
I hope it
how
was
do you
worth
find
it.
people on this. This seems really hard.
We're not seeing anything you're saying, by the way.
I know. People are
This-
looking at me in my Sith den.
Yeah.
This might be it.
Mr.
Your
Von
Sith
Stubel
garb.
wants to know what's up with Darth Bancroft. I've been defeated for the second time, so now I'm
Turning
revealing
to
my
the
true
dark-
self.
Yeah, turning to the dark side.
Yeah.
So this is like DeviantArt, is it? Type place.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow! When was this designed?
Yeah, the same,
Right.
the same decade DeviantArt was.
Y2K.
It's like a message board.
Where do I go?
It's AOL
Oh.
Messenger.
Dude, well, this is like 1996.
So, but if you're patient, you can find some good shit.
Yeah, this one.
Hey, if it works, it works. Whatever, right?
Yeah.
Which one do I go in here?
The one that has the latest post. One's from 2013 that you don't want to go
Oh,
in there.
No,
Oh.
click on that webcomic theory.
Oh,
One's from
jeez.
2009. So the two up top where there's like at least recent posts, at least that's where you want to go.
Yeah, the one that says seeking comics artists and writers, that's really what you're doing anyway, right?
Oh, mate. Yeah.
That is.
Rob, have you ever gone around a forum, internet forum before? Or is this foreign to you?
No. I used to. I found my first couple of artists on DeviantArt, which is very much like this. And
That one you just had up, was that not good?
where was it again?
$3K away.
Right. It's okay.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, scalpel to the eye.
So you've got to click onto all of these individually.
Yeah, or you can put a post up and then people apply for it.
Right.
Right.
Then they send you their art. So you can be very specific as to what you want to see.
Yeah.
I've done
yeah.
that before too. I've told them,
Oh, that's
pinup art
nice.
is great, but I want to see your sequentials.
Sequentials.
Yeah, but
there
then
you go.
have people that can't listen as well, and they just send you
Just-
everything.
They
Just
just send you a
hire,
bunch of
just
shit.
hire Sylvestri when he comes here, Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
He's on his way.
God, could you imagine, like, if it was Sylvestri and he did a cover for some random person before he did a cover for one of the big guys? That would be
Oh
hilarious.
jeez.
I'll be the random person.
Yeah, me too.
I don't mind.
Maybe we can all put in like $500 each. And
Imagine the Lucent got a Sylvestri cover before Kozol. Like I think that might be the end of the
man.
Barton Bros. You know?
Yeah.
There was no
That
coming
break
back.
Clayton's heart.
Fred-
Yeah.
Fred Durst said he'll be on in a few minutes. So there you
Sweet.
go.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I do. I really like that swamp thing you pulled up, Leroy. That was good.
It was pretty good, yeah.
I mean, it was disappointing to hear George say Jim Lee, though. I'm just saying.
I have a sneaking suspicion it's not Jim Lee.
No, I'm saying.
No, the swamp thing reminded him
right.
of.
Oh
Jim Lee.
yes, yeah. It didn't remind me. But
Me neither, really. But
I'm
That's the thing
behind
about
the
art,
stream.
you know?
Sontag is not available. Okay, well, I mean, we're going to talk to him about his art, though. Like, that's what we want to do.
we're not talking to Sontag, we're talking to Durst.
Fred Durst, yes.
Durst also
Oh.
seems like he'd be great to work with. Not
yeah,
just how good
seems
of
like a
art he
really
is.
cool dude.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Their streams are really good. Like they have a lot of fun over there. It's a lot of fun in that chat.
How many artists do you work with, Brian?
I've got no less than a dozen on different
Wow.
projects right now.
Jeez. Currently
You like
working
Phil-
right
you
now
like
on 12
Phil,
different
Phil
books.
Zaid.
if not 12 different books, at least 12 different storylines, because
Storylines, yep.
my Toro Tales is an anthology, for example, so that's got a number of stories in it, and I've got different artists working on the stories within.
Wow.
So
That's
yeah, when I
impressive.
say it's like herding cats, I'm not kidding, man.
Yeah, I see
In
what you
fact,
meant. Yeah, that's what you mean, huh?
I'll tell you what, I just had one just kind of crap out on me today, which was very unprofessional. But he said
Oh, man.
he only had 3 more pages left of the story. He said, "Sorry, I signed an exclusive contract. I can't do any more for you."
Are you
Well,
serious?
You got
Jeez.
3 pages.
3 pages. You're right at the finish line. Like that.
Yeah.
Just for like, I would not want to leave something unfinished like that. Even if I would pull out all the stops. It's like, oh, there's no way. I'm so close. That would leave such an unfinished feeling in me if I left that like that. Wow.
And then, from my perspective, do I try to find an artist who's going to
there you
emulate
go,
his
Rob.
style, or
Yeah.
yeah,
What
that
do you
one.
do
How
now?
about that?
Yeah. Find
'Cause I've
someone
got-
that can match it, or do you start over? That must be tough.
I've got several who are, I'll be honest, are much better than him, and I don't want to all of a sudden this like stark contrast between, pages 1 through 5, and then suddenly page 6. I don't know.
Yeah.
I gotta think about it.
Yeah, I feel you.
Apparently, EVS just dropped his brand new Spawn toy on stream. So
Oh, jeez.
Damn.
those
Oh
look
my
like
God, he did. Yeah.
Is that a thing? Do we have to
What?
stop dropping our shit now?
Wait, or was
Yeah.
it the Cyberfrog?
You like this, Rob? You seem.
No, I just had to go to the front door to get. Someone came to the front door.
Oh,
No, not really.
oh, okay. I thought you just kept going back to it. What a
Some great
concept
art
in
here.
here.
I thought that one was all right.
Rob
is very particular.
Jinx.
Well, that's okay. I guess it's a good flaw to have.
Yeah, it's just.
Well, I don't know if it's particular, but he'll find one flaw, and like that's all he focuses on. And
So like
then
Jerry
it's ruined.
Seinfeld
Yeah, exactly.
with all his girlfriends.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what you need to do right there. This is it. Go back, Rob.
Go back. What do I need to do?
Bottom row, right there. That one.
This.
Replicator. Yep, right there.
It's practically Ghost. And that's your main
Oh
character.
wow, he didn't drop it. He straight threw it across the room
Oh, I didn't see.
on purpose. Holy shit, Jesus!
What happened?
He
happened?
threw
He
his
just
spawn
threw
toy.
his spawn toy across
Why?
the room because Fraggle was saying something to him, and EBS was just like, "Yeah, you know what? You're right," and he just threw it. Holy shit! That reminded me of Cecil throwing that Bob Kane original.
Oh, that's Scurry. All those sequentials look like Scurry.
So to your point, Leroy, about Rob being particular, I do find myself being a bit more critical now as I'm looking for artists because of all the great stuff I've seen in CG. I'll look at one and go, a couple of years ago that would have been cool, but yeah, not anymore.
Yeah. There's a lot of art. There's a lot of artistic talent around here for sure.
That's
For
right.
sure.
Oh, someone's just sent me some of his sequential work. I don't know if I'm allowed to share this.
Who is this? Somebody in a chat?
No, someone I was talking about earlier. She's pretty good.
This is not a good way. This is the half-ass stream. I apologize to the chat.
Yeah, anyone who doesn't know, last night, early morning, Leroy just said, "Hey, you guys want to do a stream?" And we just jumped on and we're just hanging out. But magic happened. Lightning struck.
CG magic.
Yeah, and Rob thought he might just do the same thing now, and here we
I
are.
was not yesterday. That's why that was magic. Oh, this isn't anything. Oh, that's cool.
It's funny, Rob, the things you scroll by without a second glance, then you
Yeah.
stop on one thing. Oh, that's really cool.
And I'm like, what are you talking about, Rob? Fred Durst.
There he is.
Oh, there I
Hey,
am.
what's up?
What's going on, guys?
For the nookie.
We were talking about your art earlier.
My art?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All good
Yeah, we were
things. All
looking
good
at it.
things.
That was
I'm
good
sure.
things, actually.
Oh, really? All right, I
Mhm.
appreciate it. Thank you.
You're
I'll
being
do-
compared to Jim Lee. Did you
Oh,
like that?
well, I'll take that. You know, like
Is that acceptable?
I know Leroy doesn't like it, but
Leroy.
Leroy.
what's
Oh,
up,
that's
K
amazing.
Manifesto? Zade Comics. Hey, yeah, sorry I'm late. I was putting my daughter to sleep. You
You're
know,
not late.
Dad,
Oh, that's
like,
cool.
There was
We're
no
just hanging out anyway.
She
time.
could have watched this stream.
Yeah. I mean, I probably should have. So, hey, Rob, Michael, Lord Crackhead, Dojo Coon Comics. Oh,
How goes
it's
it?
great to be here. And thank you for having me on. Thanks
Look,
for the invite.
you're the light side of the force, and I'm the dark side.
Yep,
Is that what it is?
absolutely.
Dun,
Red and
dun,
blue.
dun, 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 dun.
That's true. That's a good point. That's awesome. Yeah, I
You
just
get a
noticed that.
lightsaber.
Hmm.
Have you guys seen those replicator lightsabers that are
Yes, some
the
of them
new
are.
ones?
Yeah, some of them are legit. Like they look pretty
It's
good.
insane. When
I
for
want
people
some.
who open, I've seen people cry when they turn them on for the first time because it's
Yeah.
like a real thing.
Yeah. Star Wars Theory did an unboxing of a wicked expensive
Yeah.
one the other day, and the thing looked real. It was insane.
So, Fred Durst,
Yes.
you're working on your own book.
Yeah, I am.
So, would you be available for hire on a small 12-page kind of thing?
Man, you know, I've had a couple of people approach me about doing work for them, and I've always said the same thing. It's like my first instinct is always to say yes, you know, because I love working and collaborating with other people. But there's a part of me that I never want to get too far in over my head to the point where I have to say, "Hey, man, I'm so sorry. My workload is so heavy. I don't think I could do it." So it always makes you want to say, you know, probably not. But I guess it just depends on the schedule, because you know right now, so my life is, you know, I work a 40-hour job. I've got a full-time family, and then I try to work on my book, and I'm doing commissions, and then some pinups, you know. So it's like it's a lot of time to try to manage there. But I love collaborating. I do, and I would love to work with more people. I just don't know about a 12-pager. I guess it's something we could talk about if someone was interested.
Here's what I said.
Rob Arnold's
Joe.
interested.
I mean,
Here's what I
Holy-
said. I said I won't. I'm not saying no. That doesn't mean you're saying yes.
Right.
That's kind of like you can push it down the road.
I'm saying a
I heard
possibility.
everything that Joe said, and it all sounded like yes to me.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, because that's the thing. You know, Rob's been looking. We've been looking at a lot of artists here, and the problem we keep coming across is all we're seeing is pinups and stuff. We're not seeing a lot of sequentials. You know, he's trying to see if someone can handle, you know, sequential art, and we're having trouble finding that. Just pinups everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, finding a good sequential artist is, you know, it's not an easy thing, that's for sure. I haven't been showing a lot of my stuff because a lot of it's, you know, pages for the book. I have shown some of the stuff on some of the streams. If you've caught some of the stuff that Sean and I have done when we've talked about.
I've caught a few. Yeah, very good.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't post them around. You know, I just like if you catch them on the live stream, that's usually where you'll see them. I don't post a lot of the pages on social media.
How about you show some stuff now?
I mean,
put him on the spot. Why don't you, Rob?
This is
I
live
could.
stream.
Rob is shameless.
Yeah, you
I
guys
could.
should know. I have no chill.
I shouldn't have.
Rob has zero chill.
Fred Durst, I shouldn't have invited you. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah. You know,
feel
that's
bad now.
That's fine. I can actually let me pull up. I'll pull up a few things and screen share with you.
Rob's gonna start throwing money at you like you're a stripper if it's good. Just so you're aware.
He's gonna start
Money-
super chatting his own channel.
Yeah, just
Fred.
drop it right in my G-string. It's all good. I'm all about it. All about it.
Wait. Have you ever heard the story? Have you seen that Willis Ritter cover for Rob?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you know how that went down?
Nope.
Like there was no there was no like negotiation. Like Ritter was screwing with Rob. You're like, it's $500 to cover it, thinking it was just ridiculous.
Oh.
Rob just went and PayPal'd him $500, like, and he had to do it. Like,
Oh wow.
so be careful what you say to Rob, is what I'm telling you.
Yeah, don't give me your PayPal details.
Yeah, I remember when Fraga did a cover for him. He, Fraga wouldn't give him the rate. Wouldn't tell him, how much he owed him at first. So Rob just started super chatting him during every live stream until I assume they worked it out. But yeah, he'll throw the money at you.
$1 million.
Well,
Yeah,
dollar
I can do-
dude.
You got to do the Dr. Evil.
Well, I shared page 1 from my book, which
Oh,
is
sweet.
Nice.
yeah, not a lot. I mean, it's,
Oh no, Rob, you don't want this. This is awful.
Yeah.
God
yeah.
damn, this sucks. Oh man. Oh
Damn,
man.
it's blurry though, but it looks sick.
Yeah, it's let me see if I can
Is it on your phone or something?
yeah, I don't know why it's so blurry. It looks good on
Oh
mine.
yeah, there we go.
That's weird.
Oh, there it is.
It's
So-
just the stream.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
it could be the stream because it's pretty clear on mine.
StreamYard sucks. Yes.
I don't think you're going to make it over here. You might want to do an real indie thing, Joe. Like,
Yeah.
Joe, have you heard
kinda-
of a site called
Yeah.
Webtoon? Go really well over there.
Yeah, I might have to check that out.
Mm.
But yeah, that's page 1 of my book, Reaper Destroyer. This is particular.
Nice.
This is inked by Joe Weems, so this isn't all me. But I obviously, the storytelling and the base is all there. And honestly, Weems has been actually really true to my pencils with also adding his flavor because he's such a fucking talented inker that he brings out a lot of good hatching, and that's what I like about him because I like to do a lot of cross hatching in my work, and he's got such a steady hand. That was one thing I found with a lot of inkers I worked with in the past, and no disrespect to anybody if you're watching this and have worked with me, I'm not talking shit about you at all, but some of the inkers I've worked in the past, the cross hatching would come back and it would be really, really loose. It would be janky.
Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't be nice and straight, and like, I mean, you can tell with whoops, that is not what I meant to do. What am I doing here? Why am I doing this?
So, do you work in
There we
Procreate
go.
or are you traditional?
You can
I'm tra-
see.
I'm traditional, but you can see
I was
like
gonna
the
say-
steady hand of Weems on like some of this really fine
Oh, yeah,
cross
wow.
hatching. That's just all freehand. That dude's
Wow.
just freaking amazing. It's crazy. But yeah,
Can you
I'm
go down on the middle there, like where the fabric is, it fabric or whatever, the guy's jumping out of the window or something.
oh, down here. Yeah.
Yeah, the hatching on that's really really tight too.
Oh yeah. And this was something like I indicated a lot of those lines, but I knew like with Weems' style, seeing him work with guys like Silvestri and a lot of the big names of how he could bring out that kind of line work. So I would throw a bunch of lines and indicate the shadows and everything and let him kind of go in and do. Yeah, I mean, he basically followed what I did, but he just kind of brought it out. Like what a good inker is supposed to do.
Mhm.
Like that's one thing. If people don't really study inks and original pencils, they might not know exactly what an inker. I mean, I know you guys do because we're all artists and creators here, but they might not actually know how quality an inker is to bringing out the pencils and into what you finally see. So, yeah, the dude's just amazing. I mean, he's incredible.
I'd imagine he's pretty pricey.
Yeah, he's not cheap. I'm definitely investing into this book, and if anybody's watched the show, by the way, Ot and Stuff on Wednesdays and Fridays with my co-host Sean Aaron and myself.
Great
I
show.
post-
No, they don't like that name here. It's the Fred Durst and Justin Timberlake show.
Okay, yeah, my bad. The Fred Durst and Justin Timberlake.
That's right.
This is how we know you.
Okay, all right, yeah, Fred Durst and Justin Timberlake show. I said like before I even knew about crowdfunding or Comicsgate or anything like that, I was just gonna do a book and see if I could get it picked up by a publisher. So I went out and looked for the best talent I could find at the time, and of course, my mind automatically goes to guys I admired when I was growing up. And Joe Weems was one of my favorite inkers, if not the favorite inker I had. Back in the 90s, early 2000s. So I reached out to him, and to my surprise, he was game. the price was a little high, but I thought for an investment for the kind of ink that I was looking for in the product and the kind of work that I wanted to put out for everybody, that it was worth it. So, I mean, when I campaigned this book, I probably not going to make the money back that I put into it, but that wasn't the point in the beginning. It was just to get my, my vision out. This is the first book I've ever done to the point where I'm actually pushing it. I've done a lot of stuff in the past that have never seen the light of day, but this is the first one it's going to.
I mean, you've embraced the community, whatever, but like if I look around at CG artists, I'm not putting I'm putting a label. You don't have to label yourself. If I look at CG artists, you're in my top 5. Joe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yep.
I really do. That's humbling, man.
And it's also to your credit, Joe, that you're talking about the amount that you're investing yourself and your funds in the project, because CG really respects that.
Well,
welcome to comics where you don't make money on your first book.
Yeah,
I'm a day one backer. Like for you, I'm a day one. I mean, I'm sold.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I really do. And the support.
Yeah, both you and Sean's project. Yeah, I'll be backing both of you. I mean, I like Sean's designs too.
Yeah, Sean's stuff is great, man. I'm pushing Sean's book as much as I'm pushing my own. As much as we're partners on the show, he really is a really good friend of mine and one of my biggest cheerleaders, and vice versa. We really care a lot about each other and each other's books and projects. So I'm as excited about his book as I am about getting mine out. So how
fast are you? Do you reckon?
It's that's a good question. Sometimes when I have the actual time to dedicate, when I'm not bogged down, not saying that this is bad, but family stuff comes up. You're going on trips or you're hanging out with I got a daughter, I got a wife, and like all that stuff. So there's stuff that I have to work around when it comes to that. When I have time to dedicate to stuff, I can probably knock things out, in my opinion, fairly quickly. I'm a perfectionist, and I think that slows me down when it comes to my art, because I'm always judging. Not that I'm judging myself against anybody else, but I see other artists out there, whether they're big names, big legendary names, or even guys I admire so much, like in the comics gay community. And I'll look at guys like Rob Willis, and I'll see
Rob who?
Fucking hell! Again, it happens.
I'll see that style of art, and I'm a competitive guy. Like I want to be better than everybody else in a respectful way, but
in
it
a very
drives
John
me.
Malin way.
Exactly. Yeah. And it drives me to do that, so like I'll spend extra time on my pages, and sometimes my writer gets on me about it. He's like, dude, it looks good. He's like, it's done, send it off. And I'll just be like, I don't know, man. Like I could still do this and I could still do that. Like this doesn't look quite right. So I fight with myself when it comes to that. And that probably slows me down a lot more, but like with full-time work and full-time family, where I'm legitimately only getting to work on a page maybe 2 hours a day with a weekend chunk open, I could probably knock out in a week. And that sounds and that sounds really slow, but that's because that's my family schedule,
So like any other side work is probably very unrealistic.
Yeah, honestly, like right now, and that's what I try to tell people. It's respectfully, as much as I can tell people when they approach me for work. Like commissions are one thing. I can talk to people and say, hey, I can do a commission for you as long as it doesn't have a deadline, and I'll be in constant contact with you and let you know what's going on. And I explain my situation, my book, and everything that I got going on. And so if somebody wants a commission from me, we work that all out pre-hand, and it's known. But as far as like, I've had people ask me about doing sequential pages for them, and as awesome as it sounds, because I would love to do it. It's just like realistically, there's no way.
Can't right now,
I can't right now. Yeah,
maybe
like
down
maybe
the
after
road,
right. Yeah, maybe after the first book's done and I got a break between campaigns, I could maybe work on something. But
now, Joe, you do stuff traditionally. Have you thought about going on the auction next week?
Ooh.
I've never thought about it. No, it's not that I'm against it. It's never crossed my mind. With this stuff specifically, I won't be doing anything with my pages.
No, I just meant to throw something together and say, like a piece or whatever. Yeah. It's a good way to get your name out, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I probably should. Somebody else mentioned that once. It might have been Dojo Kun actually when we had him on talking about talking about the auctions, and I should probably do it. One, I don't have contacts for a lot of, so I don't even know how to get on some of those streams where they're at. It's like we're growing in the community, but I still don't know like everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know their contacts.
There's also going to be another one coming up in a few months. That Shay's going to be doing another one. I'm sure you remember her first one. Red Valkyrie.
Oh yeah. I was just watching her show.
Yeah. She's going to be. They're going to be doing another one of their auctions in a few months. I mean, that'd be another good one to hop on.
So, Joe, I got to tell you, this is a shameless plug here, but K Manifesto and I have a CG guide that we're putting together that we'll be making available on our stream. We will be endeavoring to list all of those shows that you're talking about, wanting to get on and wanting to get to people to know the people.
Yeah.
So that will be a great document that you can use to find all of those shows.
That'd be awesome. I'll definitely check that out. I'm excited for that show. I see Insaniacs draws, if I pronounce it right.
Insaniacs. We did this yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I'm horrible with last name or names in general. You know that. If you watch my
I
show,
am too, though.
He said like 20 hours a page. Maybe. I mean, sometimes it depends how much details on the page. This page took me a long time because I had a lot of city work and buildings and stuff I was trying to get in there. But there's other page here. I'll bring something else up here. Let me while we're talking.
Ooh.
Do you have the cover too, Joe?
Oh yeah.
About that.
Let me pop that one up too. I got it. They're all around. I've got this giant folder with like all art, my art, Sean's art, the art we bring onto the show with all our guests. So it's like I should probably separate it, organize it better.
Jasper says, is Joe scanning his pages before getting them inked?
Yes. Yep. So with Joe Weems, what I'm doing right now is he's actually inking over my original pencils, which is the only guy I'll ever let do that. But that was the deal. He wanted to work over original pencils, and that was fine. We worked out a deal for the pages and everything. But yeah, I'll scan everything in a nice high resolution copy, so I have them. So that's the cover for the book. That's actually inked by Jimmy Reyes. He was actually the guy that was going to have inked the project before I got with Joe Weems, but Reyes couldn't do it because he was working on Dragon Rage. So that was kind of a partnership that kind of fell apart there. But it's colored by Brian Valenza, who is a fantastic colorist.
That's what I want to ask you about because I've been looking for a colorist. He was on one of my lists. How was he? How was working with him?
Working with him's great. He's quick. Yeah, I mean he's really in demand right now, just because he works in the industry. He's doing Top Cow stuff for Marvel, stuff for Rob Liefeld. You just see him kind of just a lot, But I signed a contract with him. I'm in contact with him on a fairly regular basis, and when I send him stuff, it doesn't take all that long to get back, and we can make adjustments when I see it. And he's really good at it. So I enjoy working with him. He's professional. That's
just as an update to the chat. We are $2,750 away from finding out who the new Comicsgate artist is going to be.
Oh man, I even went in and back today just because I was like, I want to contribute and make sure we can figure that out. So I went in back and got some books. I added my stuff in there, so I can say I helped do it. So I hope that'd be good. That'd be good.
Speaking of backing, looking at this cover, I'm going to be a day one backer too. I mean, I've seen a sketch or two that you've done, Joe, but this is phenomenal. Wow.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Not only that, Joe, but you were saying the other day, like, I feel like I go on a love fest too much. And you can ask Mike and Rob, but you can never have a love fest with the fans too much. It's not a thing. Like, you go on a love fest as much as you want. It's going to be much appreciated. So.
Well, I've said that before because you'll hear me like every show. Like I really appreciate the chat. I appreciate our mods, everybody, all our guests that come on. I love everybody. I really do. It's a fun community. It makes streaming really fun.
It is, yeah.
So back to this. Did you have to give him much direction, or you just like this is what it is, and he did it?
Rob is relentless.
So with this, he wanted the color guide, for character sketches and everything. And I got him so early on that I don't usually do a lot of sit down with myself and do just quick colors and then send it off. Every colorist I've worked with in the past, I should say, I've given tips on what I wanted the character to look like, and they came back with a version, and I just be like, yeah, that's awesome, or no, let's tweak this. And with this, I was actually working with Andrew Dahlhaus for a second before I got with Brian, and Andrew had done flats on this before he couldn't commit to the project anymore. So I had the flats that he had already done that had the color scheme of the character. So I just sent that to Brian. I was like, this is the color scheme. This is kind of what I'm looking for. And I gave him some ideas based on some of my favorite comics. I was like, this is kind of like The Darkness. It's got a Spawn feel. Like all this kind of stuff. Yeah, Moon Knight. So yeah. So I was like, go with that. And then he did everything else. I didn't say anything about the sky or the buildings or any of the background, the palette. I was just like, dude, I love your palette, what I've seen you do. So just do you, and here's the color scheme. And so he came back with this. I was like, fuck, it's awesome.
It is awesome. I'm a big Moon Knight fan myself, and that was the first thing that I saw. I was like, oh, awesome Moon Knight vibes, and instantly drew me in. And then when I didn't even know that this was your piece when I first saw this, actually, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw it for the first time maybe a month ago or so, not even. And I didn't even know it was your piece. I found out a few days later that it was yours, and I was like, holy shit, it's a small world. And yeah, it's awesome. It's a good one.
I really appreciate it. And Moon Knight was a giant, I created this character in 2005. And originally it was supposed to be like a cross between Moon Knight and the Punisher before I reworked the story. So originally he had the trench coat on with a hood, and he had guns and stuff like that. And but it was always because I was a huge fan of Moon Knight, and I always wanted something with a hood. At the time, I wanted to stay away from capes because I didn't want to be too derivative of characters. But the more I tweaked the story, and I worked a little bit with Mark Polton for a second, and he helped me kind of get some direction as just kind of an advisor kind of thing about 3 years ago. And I decided to drop the trench coat and go with more of a cape because the trench coat just didn't make sense anymore with how I was developing the story. And I really wanted to keep it, but I was like, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would he wear this? Now that I've got this new story, arc. So I was like, I got to go with a cape. I was like, if I want to keep something, I wanted to have something aesthetically because I like a cape. You can draw, you can create energy with it. It's a very cool dynamic to have. And at the time, I talked to Sean. I was like, dude, I know if I do this, I'm probably going to get shit from certain people because of the way the character looks. And a guy in a hood and a cape is not very unique. And he was like, fuck it, dude. He's like, just do it. I was like, okay.
Too? I'm getting a lot of that with the Siamese because, people say, well, so basically you've got two Catwomen. Yeah, the similarities visually, it's hard to escape that with, 90 years of history in comics. So what you've just got to do is make sure the characterization is different, that the storyline, the character behavior and attitudes is all, the way you write it is what's going to differentiate you from the Moon Knight.
Now, Rob, you go on and on.
Don't even realize that Catwoman is a ripoff in and of itself of the original Miss Fury. And most people don't even know that. Yeah.
No, Rob, you're a big guy on character design. What do you think about this?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can definitely pick up all those elements, and while it's something I probably wouldn't do myself because it has all those elements, it does look sick. Like there's no getting around that fact. I love the fact that the cape's all ripped.
Yes,
it gives it kind of like it makes it almost look like it's living by having all those rips in it. I don't know if that's intentional or not.
That's actually that's actually what I was. So there was a couple when I retooled the story. And I didn't want to do like the Spawn thing when it came to the cape and copy that too much. So I was trying to think of ways where I could have a bigger cape and have it look alive. For one, I've got a Reaper aspect, and I drew some inspiration from like characters from like the Ringwraiths from Lord of the Rings and what were those characters in Harry Potter? I don't know if anybody watched Harry Potter movies, but like the
Kick Fred Durst.
Yeah, I'm just saying there were some really cool designs in the movie with those characters, but I wanted a very like like a spectre
the Dementors.
Yeah, the Dementors. I wanted a very creepy feel.
My mic was muted.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
So I wanted to have like this creepy feel, and I was like, I always liked ripped stuff, coming from like a Stephen Platt, kind of feel like he always had like the cool ripped shit in the 90s that he drew. So I wanted to have like this kind of spectry feel and have a version that this cape was actually kind of alive. So it doesn't move like a regular cape. It almost is like kind of a movement to it because it all goes in visually with the story of what the character comes from, I guess I could say. So
Okay.
it goes with it, you know, like there's
All right.
there's a reason for it.
So it'll be explained, like in like part of his backstory. You're saying his, his suit.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. So
All right.
yeah, go ahead.
And what's the actual book called, Joe?
The book is called Reaper Destroyer.
Okay, cool. Do you have a good logo for it yet?
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Brian actually does logos too, so I'm working on
Oh, nice.
a logo with him. He's got a couple ideas that a couple ones I've liked that we're kind of tweaking on right now. I was originally trying to work with Chance Wolf. I really wanted to bring him in because he did a lot of like the Max and Pitt. You know, he did a lot of logos back in the day. And I brought him in and we had an awesome conversation. We were talking about the book. And unfortunately, he was just really busy. He had some, like his mom's house burned down and his mom and his brother
man.
ended up living with him. And I guess a friend of his passed away and he took over his friend's business. So he just had a lot of things on his
Jeez.
plate.
Yeah.
So
sounds like it.
unfortunately, yeah, cool
Yeah.
dude, cool. But unfortunately, I couldn't work with him. So I reached
Yeah.
out to Brian, and you know he's working with me now. So we'll see. I like what he's showing me, but
How many books are you planning on doing in this series? Is it a one-off or is it going to be a continued series?
it's a 6-issue story arc.
Oh, all right, nice.
So
nice.
it takes
Yeah.
it's going to be 6 years.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah,
Great.
I mean, it's
Great.
and my hope is that one day I can focus on this full time. I know that's
Yeah.
not going to be for a while, but I would love to get to a point where, you know, if campaigns are successful enough in the future that maybe I can focus on more time putting towards art, you know, if I don't have to work full time anymore kind of thing.
Hmm.
And maybe I can kick out more books that way. But as of right now, I probably one book a year. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've increased the page count, not astronomically. Like this isn't going to be like a graveyard shift, like 50-page book. It's just, it's originally it was a 22-page book because, like I said, I had no idea what crowdfunding was, and it was supposed to be a style book to be picked up by, you know, an indie publisher. So I increased it. It's going to be a 32-page story, and then it's going to have a bunch of extras in it. So I'm going to try to make the page count better for crowdfunding, but it's going to be 32 pages of story, and then you'll have pinups and character bios and things like that to make it a bigger book. And I might also have a backup story. I'm thinking about talking to a writer and artist right now about another character that is a pivotal character in the story, but only shows up for a little bit in the first issue. So I was like, I wonder if I can do a backup story with that character just to set her up for the next issue.
Now, Mike,
Oh, cool.
there's a hole in CG it just feels like this kind of character fills it nicely. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
As in like a dark. I don't know if he's like an anti-hero or what, but no, totally. Because
It's kinda
everyone's
got the
putting out these
anti-hero vibe.
superhero books, but they're all, I mean, they're kind of like either all ages or sort of looking back towards, you know, the great days of heroes or something like that. So yeah, I think this
Black
is.
Rose.
I really dig the design. I love the cape. I
Thank
think
you.
that's
Yeah,
you need-
I like it a lot.
it's when you talk about the whole silhouette thing. There you go. I mean, you can't mistake it.
Fred Durst is
Can you
all
hit
right.
some zoom on it?
Say
Can we
what?
get-
And
zoom-
on this piece,
zoom on-
I like
let me,
those buildings. I'm looking at that background.
Yeah. I like the gargoyle thing he's standing on too. It's nice.
It's a
So
total
the-
Batman ripoff, by the way, and I approve.
I approve. Yeah, I approve.
So the gargoyle thing, there's a reason for the gargoyles in the story of why we've got a bunch of these certain looking gargoyles all around New York City. There's a reason for them. So that's why I put it on the cover, and it's going to be something that plays into the story for sure towards the end.
Less than 2,000 left, so there's your update.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
I'm getting
Mate,
excited.
It's going
I do
slow.
like seeing that. I like seeing when there's things on the cover that are actually are there for a reason and play a point to the story. Not just
Obviously-
random objects. I like seeing that.
Obviously, Phil hasn't heard a damn word we've been saying because he would be cool to have a crossover character for the Lost Pages. You know, he doesn't have time, Phil. That's what we've been talking about.
I would love to cross my character over at some point. I know Sean and I are talking about, you know, possibly that in the future with our characters. But yeah, I'm definitely open for that. I don't want to hijack the stream, but if you guys got a second, I'm going to show you.
No,
I'll
show
show you.
Hijack.
I'm going to show you something that no one's seen.
Oh,
And
nice.
just because we're on.
That's a good hijack. Never apologize for that.
Right.
Yeah. Bring it.
Rob's just thinking, oh, great, more art that I can't hire on. So
Yes.
Well, he did say maybe down the road, so there's a possibility. Just not right
All right. I got to find it first. So
A
give me
road paved
second.
with gold is always an attractive road to go down.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Let's see if this will open up. All right, there we go. So this is.
I love how Bancroft's still in his full Darth Jedi outfit, and it's been
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's awesome.
Darth Jedi.
This is
No,
what- no,
that's
this is
called
what I-
Sith.
Joe's a
This is what I
tease. Yeah,
work
I'm a
in
tease.
when I normally work.
Oh, what do we got here?
So this was. I just got this back from Joe Weems
Oh, wow.
2 days ago. So this is the latest. This is page 3 of the book, but no one's seen this yet. And I wasn't going to bring it up on the Out and Stuff stream, but since we're here, I thought maybe I'd show you guys. But
That's cool,
So-
man.
Heard it here. Exclusive.
yeah. So this is exclusive. There you go.
I like the
Yeah.
panel layout on this.
Yeah, I was just going to
Thank
say
you.
I appreciate the dynamic panels.
Yeah, I like that too. It's cool.
That's my Brett Booth influence.
Hmm.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I've
Yeah.
really studied a lot of the way he sets up pages, and I like how he does like jagged panels, and I try to do it to move. It's a very action scene, so I'm trying to do create some chaos, move your eye through the page as best as I can.
Yeah.
Who's Tongue Guy? He looks pretty cool.
He is one of the bad guys in the first fight scene. Like the opening scene, I always wanted to have the character just be presented, have a little bit of what he can do, and just have some action right off the bat for people, and not have something too boring.
Okay.
So he's one of the characters, but as you can see, he doesn't last very long.
Hmm.
Oh. Damn.
So
Now, how many issues of the comic? This is really important. How many issues of the comic until we get to see Reaper destroy his powers?
Yeah.
with
You
Top
asking
tier,
that,
full
Rob?
blown.
Yeah, Rob of all
And
people.
that's like throwing.
full blown.
We've still not. It's issue
Replicator
3
3,
of
you haven't even seen the replicator.
That's right. That's
The
right.
only replication you've seen is him putting out campaigns again and again.
Yeah.
With posters and prints and
People.
everything. That's the whole joke.
Replicating Prince.
Rob
Yep.
Arnold is the replicator. That's the meta.
So when it comes to his full powers in the
Oh, shit.
storyline, his powers are actually all right. So the main character's name is Matthew Walker, and he's actually trapped inside this suit. He doesn't know how he got there. He actually doesn't
Okay.
really remember who he is. It's I'm kind of going with an amnesia kind of story mixed with some PTSD from a traumatic experience that turned him into this. The thing that makes it weird for him is that he is also trapped inside there with a spirit, which is the Reaper Destroyer, that's trying to possess him. Now, the suit, for some
alright.
reason, is holding back the possession and is not allowing the spirit to take Matt over. But neither
So
of
it's
them
like a
have full
mental battle.
Exactly. Yeah, there's going to be
Alright.
there's going to be a dynamic there with him and the spirit, having to work
Mm.
together, but they're not friends by any means because
Okay.
they are essentially enemies still. But they are both trapped in this thing and they don't know why.
Wow.
If the spirit was actually to overtake Matt, he would be endowed with the full power, which Reaper Destroyer is the spirit of death. He's one of the spirits, one of the ancient spirits of death. And when he inhabits a human, he is allowed to wreak havoc on the earth, reaping and destroying souls. So that's his main goal. So Matt will be able to tap into that side of the power a little bit, but the suit also gives him power as well. And we don't know where the suit came from or why the suit gives him these powers. So there's a big mystery of why he is what he is. All he knows is he's been under constant attack since he became this thing. And when we jump in the story, he's been this character for a little over a year of mystery and just trying to figure out what the hell is going on. But he's always got these kind of hybrid monster characters that are chasing him and trying to capture him and or kill him, which is my Guyver influence, because I loved the Guyver and I loved characters that can turn from human to monsters, so I had to throw that in there with these.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so full power, we probably won't see for a long time that I have it set up. Like it's a slow burn to get to that point,
Yeah.
because if he ever does get to that point, it's like cosmic level power.
Okay. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
If this
so
guy's like
So
the
you're talking about dark side stuff.
Right.
if these
Yeah.
guys
So
like the embodiment of death, I imagine it's going to be very powerful if he does. So he's got like he's got access to a portion of the power, but it won't be full blown until the Reaper takes him over completely, is what you're saying.
exactly.
that's
So it's a
cool.
double-edged
That's cool.
sword. Like if he ever
Yeah.
gets that way, he's going to be not in control, because he's basically not going to exist, because he'll be just a shell for the actual spirit that controls him. So
No,
throughout
like
the
it.
series,
I
we'll
like
see
it.
him. We'll see him kind of peak at certain points, not knowing exactly why, but he'll have like a surge where we'll see like a glimpse of what
Okay.
he's capable of. But that's all it will ever be. Because, like I said, if he ever gets that way, he's done. He's toast, and the world might be in trouble as well. So
now, Fred Durst, would you
Yeah.
not agree that Darkseid is the original and Thanos is the ripoff?
yeah,
Okay, as long as we agree on that.
yeah, I agree with that. You know,
You guys can
Um,
agree all you want.
An actually important question here. These are traditional inks as well. Is that's right? Yeah.
yeah. So this is
You gonna
Joe-
sell them?
yeah, at some point. So this is this is Joe Weems using quill and a nib. I don't think he uses brushes. I know he uses markers and some things, but
Hold on, you're name dropping names that like Rob and Mike, they don't read comics, they don't understand. You want to talk about your inker real quick?
This fucking guy.
No, I'm serious. I'm being serious.
Joe Weems is a legendary inker. I saw him come up through Top Cow. He worked on Darkness. It worked on all the big names at Top Cow. Specifically, he was with Silvestri for a long time. He did that awesome run on New X-Men when Silvestri came back, I think, in the late 2000s or something like that. Beautiful work. He's amazing, man. Like he can make anybody look good while keeping their style. He doesn't ever bury any artist. You see his work, but you see the artist shine through.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everything that I give him, I do a lot of detail, but then I also do spots that they're looser. They're open for interpretation, because I want him to put his own flair.
Do his thing on it. Yeah.
Like little stuff. Like I'll bring up all this stuff in his eyes.
Oh, wow.
Like, he added some of these cracks. Like I had this dark area and I had lines in Kenny that I wanted cracks and all this kind of stuff. And so he went in and took what I interpreted for him and then did all this, So that's what's working with a great inker. It's exciting because you're collaborating on the art. You see, I said this on Friday or Wednesday, Thursday, isn't it? I said this on Wednesday on our show that it's, when I see these pages back, it's exactly how I envisioned it in my mind,
wow.
based on what I thought he would do. So I'm getting to know him a little bit better over my stuff. So that the more I'm drawing, the more I know that he's going to do a certain thing.
Yeah. You got an
how
idea
I
of what
do
it's going to
line
come
work.
back like. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So I mean,
This looks great.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm blown away it's like Christmas every time I
Yeah.
get a page back from him.
It's
But
like
yeah,
Christmas
eventually,
to fans, knowing this is around the corner, actually.
Right,
So,
yeah, I hope so, man. I hope so.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really excited to get this book
Looking
done and
forward
into
to it
people's
even
hands.
What do you
Yeah,
think, Rob? Like about the book as a whole? How well? Do you think? Obviously, it's going to be well received, but how well do you think?
I think that's entirely up to Joe, honestly. Like, it's about him getting his art out there. If he can do that, then I think it'll be as well received as possible, because the art
Absolutely.
looks crazy. The inker looks fantastic, and if he's got Brian on colors based on that color, it's gonna be one of a top level book. Honestly, it's gonna be right up there.
No, I appreciate it.
But yeah, he's just got to get himself out there.
I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna
try as much as I can. Once it comes to once I start the mailing list and everything, I'll do more promotion showing that it's coming, and try to get on more streams and more promoting my art. Obviously I have my own show and stuff that I can do that with, but I don't like to take too much time away from our show, because we're really guest heavy on the Out and Stuff show. So we spend like the first 5 or 10 minutes of the show talking about our projects, and then we want to make sure that we're dedicated to the guests when they come on for the rest of the show. So
to that point, I have seen you make a concentrated effort to get into chats recently, like and say, "Hey, I'm here." Like pretty much. I mean, you're saying hi, but you're like, "I'm here. Notice me. I'm here." You know.
Yeah.
So like, I have
Yeah.
seen that. So
And
I
that was-
noticed it too. Yeah, I see.
I
it in other
got that
chats.
from Eddie Winkler. I was talking to him, and I was kind of picking his brain on promoting and stuff. And after the shows, we spend time with our guests sometimes talking for however long they want to stick around after we kill the live stream. And he was actually a really fun guest. And Sean and I talked about his product, his book, Sovereign Wolf, and just like everything that he did. And so he gave us good tips and advice.
Hold on. We're 500 away.
Oh shit, dude!
What?
Should we switch?
We got.
You're
Yeah, we
kidding me.
should. Well, 600, but I mean, yeah, 600 away.
Wow.
Do you want
Oh
to share
my
your
God.
screen, Leroy? No,
Holy-
I'll
Yeah,
share it.
Right.
I'll share it.
You want to talk about Christmas, man? Like this could
Right.
be.
This
I don't
is
know.
gun. This
Like
could be
this-
a double whammy.
I'm just hoping I've heard of him.
Well, did
Yep,
somebody?
99.44. Yep.
You didn't even. You haven't
99.4.
heard Frank Miller till yesterday, Bancroft. So probably
oh,
not.
shit.
300 right there.
Fuck, dude.
So obviously we're not there yet. We'll keep it on mute. But
Yeah.
Did somebody say? And was this a joke that Ethan said it was one of the original Image 7 guys? Is
No,
that a
he-
joke? Or
Yes.
was that
he said
Yeah,
it.
apparently it's legit.
no shit?
But here's the thing: we have multiple people coming over, so I
Yeah.
don't know if he. It seems to me
Tonight
if he's going
might
to
be
have
a different
right.
Yeah.
It seems to me if you're going to have one of the Image 7 in here, you put them on a live stream and roll out the red carpet.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Because he was said on a previous live stream, his like green room thing that he has he announced one name in there. So I guess whoever's in there knows one name, but the other names, I don't know how many more there are. He's the only
Whoever-
one that knows.
Whoever we're revealing tonight is on Cyberfrog right now, and he's going to show art as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I wonder if that's like
the
a
most
cover
exciting part.
or an actual like sequential like story that they're
I don't.
doing.
It's-
We'll find out.
Yeah. it's
Because
probably
if it's
gonna be a
cover, I know that Ethan was talking about one day hoping to get McFarlane to do a cover for him, and that would be
Oof.
sweet.
McFarlane won. Yeah. But this guy, he's pretty much said he's going to be CG, which I'd imagine.
So he's joining. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't imagine be McFarlane. No way.
Yeah, probably not.
No, unfortunately, no.
I think it probably could be Portasio.
I think your boys.
Honestly.
I think your
Ooh.
boys coming over at some point.
Silvestri?
Yep.
Dude, if it was Silvestri, I would shit a fucking brick if it was Silvestri.
So many
you have
people
no
would.
idea. Like,
So
Yeah,
many
so
people
you'd
would,
have the
like,
same
oh, man.
reaction that I had when Rocafort. Like when I saw Mitographia in the chat one time, I was like,
Oh yeah.
"Oh my god!" Like
Yeah.
jackpot.
yeah, I would lose it, man. I would absolutely lose it. But I just
Guys,
don't.
what
Like,
if it's Larson?
that would
No.
be fucked up.
I would love to see a political stream with EVS and Larson. Don't get me wrong.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Larson's talked so much shit about CG though. There's no way.
Yeah, that's the problem.
No way it would be
I'm
him.
gonna switch over, refresh it real quick. Yep.
Oh,
So
close.
Oh, jeez, man, this is exciting. This is awesome.
this are the kind of cool moments that you just have in CG. You know, like
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I mean, this could be a game changer. Legitimizing because there's only so many people that can be canceled, and so you get more and more of these big names coming over that they obviously see what's going on.
Yeah.
And they don't give a fuck about cancellation and all the SJW bullshit or the Twitter mobs and all that. So that you can tell that it's growing in a positive manner that way.
Guys, Patrick did get back to me. It is happening, so I'm going to bounce.
All right,
All right, mate.
you've added a lot
so
to
yeah,
the
we'll be over
conversation
there.
today.
Yeah.
We
I know,
appreciate
I
it.
know.
Good to see you, Michael.
Yeah.
Been
Yeah.
sensational.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, I'll see you
I'll
around.
Take it easy, Mike.
If anyone hears it, let me and can jump in the chat and let me know who it is, so that
Okay.
we can talk about
Yeah,
it. As well.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
Awesome.
will. Definitely.
See you,
will.
guys.
I see
Bye.
Phil down there
Gotcha.
saying Dale Keown. Dale Keown would be awesome, but he's not one of
Yep.
the original 7, so I don't know if that would be him. But Dale has always been one of my favorite
Alrighty,
artists.
see you over there.
I would love to see him bring Pitt to Comicsgate, bring Pitt
Ooh.
back and do a Comicsgate
True.
version
true.
of Pitt. That would be sick.
Eric
Who are the
Vegetables.
original 7? Want to list them?
Yeah, you got Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld, Eric Larson, Mark Silvestri, Jim Valentino, Willis Portasio, and was that 7? Did I already do 7?
Nope,
Am I
that's
missing
6.
one?
That was
Who am I
6.
missing?
McFarlane.
McFarlane, jeez.
You did
Yeah,
have
we already
McFarlane,
established it
yep,
wasn't McFarlane. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
The
And I'm
image
pretty sure
one
it's
is
not Jim Lee.
McFarlane.
Mhm.
Eric von Stugel says, "I'd love to see the chat. Or I'd love to see the chat rip Larson a new black hole."
He would too. There's no way. Yes. It would too.
They definitely would. Are you kidding me?
Well, I'm just saying, hopefully it's not Valentino, because that would be like,
We hit it. We hit it.
Oh, fuck.
Oh shit!
Shit.
Energy.
Clear.
Now,
Yeah.
please buy Cyberfrog.
I don't think he's refreshed it.
Yeah, Brian does know his stuff. He does some fantastic work.
Oh, we need everyone needs to get in the chat and freaking remind them. 100K.
He doesn't look
Let
at the
me-
chat.
Yeah, he does.
I know he does from time to time.
Can't do it. That is where most people,
100K. Spill the
Fail.
beans.
most people fail at this, making
If he
memorable.
doesn't tell, it's going to be a revolt.
How do you explain cash grab?
Yeah, how do you explain it? I always forget it. I'm always like, oh yeah, cash grab, back cash grab. And people are like, no.
Where's Kanuga at, man?
Fail.
That might just seem
He didn't come back. Yeah.
obvious.
That's
but
inconsequential
really,
at this
it's
point.
critical because if people don't like what it is that you're making,
Come on, EVS.
you don't want.
Yeah, I know.
There won't be enough people to enjoy
He
it.
knows he's playing with the chat.
Yeah, he
So
sees it.
Bancroft
That's the
locked
thing.
again.
Yeah.
The basement. Because nobody wants what
Hey,
you're making.
Ethan,
What?
check the
There you go, Frega.
There,
You tell
thank
him.
you, Dan.
Yeah, Fraga.
Let's
Yeah.
and see where we are at right now.
I was watching some of that in the bathroom. Yeah, man, I'm excited. I wanna
Shut up,
see-
John.
It is the
It's
dream.
like the only time you ever tell John to shut up.
Okay, so we're gonna go look at all the campaigns. Let's look at Graveyard Shift, Volume 3, exclusive variants. We see that we picked up. a couple more.
Oh, he's going to
we passed
Graveyard Shift.
$78,000. Thank you guys.
Wow.
That's beautiful. Thank
He's
you
going to
all.
hold it to last. He's a showman.
Yeah, he's gonna wait.
knows how to
Yeah,
promote.
he knows what he's doing. He
Yeah.
knows what he's
Press
doing.
that and see. We haven't moved yet, but we're really close to 206. We'd like to see that number change. But this is great. Tremendous.
Replicator? Oh,
Snowman, A Cold Day in Hell. Matt Martin's Icy Cold Horror Western Epic picks up
Ooh,
a
that
couple
movie.
more backers.
That's what she said.
That's exciting. Rainbow the Brute, as we discuss, Severed Unicorn Heads. We got a couple more people interested because of those Severed Unicorn Heads. And now here's the big one tonight as we close out Creed Reimaginary 1 and 2. And as we find ourselves on the precipice of 2021 without having a single campaign thus far having reached 6 figures. This is a moment of do or die.
Come on, man.
Wait, this moment right now?
Right now, as I hit refresh.
Wait, we got to off ourselves?
No. I'm saying we'll probably do.
Maitland.
When I say that, I'm taking a risk because if we don't, then we will die. But I think if I refresh, I think we're going to be okay.
Well, I
so
figured
let's-
with the cult leader thing.
Do it.
Maybe that was the signal.
No,
He loves screwing with us. Like that's Ethan.
Oh, yeah.
lady, congratulations to Trent Kanuga. Congratulations to Comicsgate. As we once again prove that, look, crowdfunding is great. Crowdfunding is alive and well, and people who want to produce their comic books, as long as they offer something that people really, really want and that is memorable, like Brian Polito says, and as long as I publish it, you will get to 6 figures, guaranteed. So,
Guaranteed.
congratulations to
Wow.
what a great moment, guys.
Spill the beans.
Say the name.
Yeah, well done.
Alrighty, come on.
Eddie
Come on.
just, Eddie just super chatted and spilled the beans.
on the first campaign.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, there you go.
Eddie's the man. Like
Oh,
Eddie's a true G.
All right.
Here we go.
So, in the 1990s, actually, let me start here. My father, Holiday, collected comic books in the 1980s along with me. Was a big fan into the early 90s. Loved Conan. And was a big fan of this particular artist as well. In fact, my dad introduced me
This is going to be one of the
to
7.
this artist's work.
Frazetta?
He was collecting. He was collecting this particular book that he was working on, and he thought one of the lines of dialogue was so funny. He said, "Come look at this, son." And I looked at it, and he said, "You gotta check out this artwork. This guy is fantastic. What is his name here?" And we looked at it, and I think we pronounced it wrong. Okay, when we first saw the name. But we were very excited about this artist, and I started to go, wow, I actually like this guy more than I like
Windsor Smith.
I'm shivering as I say this. More than I like Todd McFarlane.
Whoa.
Oh shit!
My favorite artist. My favorite current modern artist. But this guy came in and was just better. He was just better by all every
Somebody from the
imaginable-
80s. It has to be Burn.
Oh shit!
Later on, right when I met Andrea at the mall, when I was working doing sketches, I was doing head sketches at the mall for people. That's how I was making my living. There was a comic book store, and people were still selling comics. Comics were still making a lot of money. And one morning, I showed up and opened up my stand, and the comic book store opened and said, "Hey, Ethan, have you seen this new comic that just came out from Image? It's
Rob
called It."
Liefeld.
Shut up, John.
No way.
One by my favorite artist, Dale Keown.
There you go.
Oh my God.
Cyberfrog, and he said no.
Seriously?
No, kidding.
Ah,
Went to Dale Keown during the 90s and begged him to please do a Cyberfrog cover for me. And Dale was very, very busy doing other things. Dale was a musician, and he was rolling in money. Of course,
you asked him in the '90s, huh?
But we kind of stayed in touch. Talked every now and then. Dale knew that I was a big fan of his. All right. So
show it.
recently,
Oh! Let's see this thing.
Hey, I saw one of your videos, and pretty cool. And we just started talking, and I said,
"Are you
I know
crying,
I've asked
Joe?"
this before.
I'm crying, dude.
Again.
Good teeth, just like Andrea. I know I asked you before, Dale.
That's me getting ready. Well, sometimes that's when I'm drunk, and then
All
other
right, cool
times that's
story,
when I'm
bro.
prepared
Ethan,
for-
let's see it. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
And I look, I know I've asked you before, and I'm going to ask you again. I was like, how do you feel about how much would it cost? Is there a price that would get you to draw Cyberpunk for me? Because that's been my dream. My dream has been Dale Keown, Cyberpunk.
Definitely clipping this.
And Dale said, I'd love to. He didn't even have to list a price.
Wow.
Arranged a nice deal.
Right off rip.
He is going to be doing a wraparound cover
Ooh.
for 3 Red Extermination. I have saying this.
Oh,
Dale
That's gonna be badass.
Like I said, an enormous influence on everybody sitting here.
Yeah.
We all love his work. His work.
Hit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hulk was the book that my dad thought Peter David was funny. I was like, shame on you, Dad. Dale Keown is going to be doing the wraparound cover for Cyberpunk 3.
Pretty cool, man.
Started
Pretty
soon.
cool.
He's wrapping up a little bit of work. In the meantime, I couldn't wait. Okay, I couldn't wait. I have not given Dale any instructions yet. I plan on saying. I actually sent him. Dale Keown's the first person who's getting the toys. I sent him the toys already so that he could use the model. Send him everything. He should be getting that package tomorrow. Oh my God, I'm shaking. I'm shaking over this.
Heather Antos, please don't try to cancel.
Could you leave people alone? Let's preface that.
Tom King, can you please leave people alone for making because you don't agree with them?
Tolerance,
please.
You know they're gonna come for him.
Be able to hire.
Oh yeah, they absolutely are.
In this industry right now.
But like I said, bring Pitt to Comics Game, man. He'll make bank on
money
that.
to pay. I would like to be able to hire people. If people disagree with me on some level, don't want to work with me because I don't have the money to pay, or because
I don't know if
they
this
like
means
me
he's
personally,
CG,
let
though.
them make that choice.
He's just doing a cover for him. It sounds like, but
yeah.
But you never know. I mean,
I've not given Dale any instructions.
No, I don't know. That's all we've heard so far.
Well, Jim's like, I could talk. I have his permission, but Jim, I'm waiting to see the art.
Yeah, come on, let's do it. Let's do it.
I want to see the piece.
And, I'm going to show it to you guys.
Oh,
Here we
come
go.
on. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Screenshots. Screenshot ready.
Screenshot. I'm recording this thing.
I might make this a trading card, or it might be a poster or anything like that. I'm not really sure, but this is Dale Keown's first pass at Cyberfrog. We'll get it. We'll get it down. He's going to.
For God's sake, show it.
First pass.
First pass at my character, and here we go. Boom. Dale Keown.
Oh my God.
Holy shit, son.
Okay, full screen it for us. Let's see it.
Yeah, zoom in. Come on, you gotta zoom in, bro.
That thing's moving 1,000,000 miles an hour. It's in 3 dimensions.
Look at
man. It's
Ethan.
gorgeous.
You can see where he's used the toys as the reference, actually, which is
Dude.
That's what I'm gonna like. Yeah, he'll have the toys. Everybody's going nuts in the chat right now, as you should.
I've never seen Cyberfrog's head like that before. I like that. That's pretty badass.
If you know, if we didn't make that deal, but
His colors too.
no, this is our boy.
Oh,
I was just gonna say, it looks like Ritter.
This is Dale Keown's first pass at Cyberfrog. It is fucking awesome. It is great. It is incredible.
I like it. He's probably gonna change the head, but I like the head like that.
Wayne and the Vespis, and of course Cyberfrog for the wraparound. We've got a theme for the cover to issue 3. It is going to be, can I say, bigger than Jay Lee's cover? Jay Lee's cover is excellent. I still stare at it every day and love it.
Yes, without a doubt, this will be bigger.
We've got great stuff coming up, guys. And who's making this happen? You guys are making this happen. You guys in the crowd. The reason why we can get great talent to work on our characters and our books.
Fuck, someone threw
money to do it.
grand
We have
confirmed.
great support. We have enthusiasm from comic book fans. Tremendous support, excitement. This isn't just people who
This
kind
might
of
be the
bored,
only piece outside
out
of
of their
Ethan
minds
that I've ever been
trudge to the
excited
comic
to see
shops
with
every
Cyberfrog.
day.
Yep, I agree.
And then have like buyer's remorse. These are people who
Yeah, I like the Jay Lee piece, but like not like this. I really like
it
this
comes
is
out
really good.
and because of that
Oh, I like one of the Jay Lee ones actually. I should say one of them I didn't. Really
Yeah,
like.
Phil called it.
my dream.
Phil called it.
This for absolutely
A couple
ever.
people called it. Yeah, I heard that name being floated around. You know, from a little bit.
And we'll see what happens after the wraparound cover.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
Beautiful.
This is an amazing piece, and this is just the tip of the iceberg, right? So this isn't even the wraparound cover yet. So
Right.
this is like flooring me, and it's not even the wraparound cover yet. This may be.
This is just a trading card, or no, it might be a cover. I might turn it into a cover somewhere because I really, really like it.
I want to
I gotta hit Sean up. What is
like
Sean
one of those
doing?
oversized posters, man.
Poster. Yeah, I was just gonna say people are gonna want that as a poster.
Poster's really
I can't make it full
Oh,
screen. I
hell
don't know how
yeah.
to do that, but what I can do is just put it on Twitter.
Oh,
If you
nice.
want
I'm going to
so
share it with
you never gotta
George.
Look at it. I'll do that a little bit later.
George is going to lose his shit, isn't he?
What can I say?
Yeah, put it on Twitter. Let's do that.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of his.
I might have a new
when it comes to
wallpaper for my
comics,
phone. Sorry,
who
George.
are-
Right.
Sorry, Rob.
Who were here because of Star Wars or for any other reason? Or just,
All right. Put it on mute, and maybe I'll show some other art later.
Oh
I
my
think
god,
maybe we
dude.
should call it there, and because we should really go support Bancroft's channel stream.
Yeah.
No, no one's doing that.
Hold on.
That's so exciting. That's so awesome.
Well, I just wonder if he has a book now. That's the next thing you want to hear.
Now the speculation. Now the speculation. And my thought would be like, come here, get a taste of success with the covers and stuff he's doing, feel the love, and then reboot Pitt, man. Like bring that back. Have EBS publish it.
Hell yeah.
Under all caps.
I would get Pitt for sure.
Oh, dude, I would be so. Oh my god, I've been waiting for what 15, 16 years for Pitt to come back. How long has it been? Like early, like 20. Was it 2001? Was the last issue of Pitt? I can't remember. God damn.
I did go over there and tell who Bancroft who it was, though, Rob.
Oh yeah, what did he say?
I've been hanging out with you guys. I don't know what he said.
Oh yeah, you did. I was just about to.
I
Good
really
looking out, nice.
like. If I leave here, I'm gonna watch this stream over here on the left. Actually.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard not to.
What, the EVS stream?
Yeah. That's a big deal. Like it's a big deal. Like.
Oh man, just saw it. So what? Perch just shared it. It's on Twitter.
Oh
now.
yeah.
Oh man, it's beautiful. Fuck, so
Yeah.
good. It's so good.
It's probably better on Twitter too, isn't it?
Well, it'll be when Ethan does it. It'll be the full screen image, so you can copy and paste it and do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
you know?
High res. Nice
So-
high res too.
Oh man. Oh man, it's
Sounds
so
like
good.
he's doing more than one. What else did he say? He said the price never really came up. Like Keon was like, "Okay, let's do it." So
Yeah, that's
a
cool.
good
I like
sign,
that.
too.
That's a very good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes me think that he's going to be because the stuff he does for Marvel right now, he does some cover, he does some fill-in pages here or there, But if you're looking at the money that is being made here, especially through EVS's All Caps Comics, you look at a guy like Dale and say, hey, I could go be a part of that. I could be part of this community, and he could make. Could you imagine a Pit reboot? How much money that would make?
Could you imagine how much as Sean Gordon Murphy would have made if he just would have embraced it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How much?
What are we saying right now?
Bring this up real quick.
What he was doing with his rendering and like the veins, just everything he was smanging it.
Malin said that Ruiner was inspired by Dale Keown's work.
Hold on.
That's probably what this is.
On something for somebody else. I don't know if it's official, if people know, but he's finishing it up, and then he's going to do a little work for me. And I recommend that people look. Who wouldn't buy this right now?
Yeah, exactly.
To a whole new audience. I really can.
Can't hate on chains, man.
Those chains.
Yeah. Hey, man, I gotta go. I got early morning, so thank you for having me on the stream, and congratulations, all caps to Trent. Comicsgate, massive first 6-figure campaign of the year, and that huge news, man. Oh, hello.
Beauteous.
Who's that?
Let's see that shirt again.
Batman shirt.
Magnificent. Yes. Yeah.
That's Frank Miller.
Looks like
Miller,
fucking
Batman.
Clint Eastwood.
Yep.
Hey, bitch. Oh, fucking give me some.
All right, thanks, Dan. Have a good night. Have a
You
good
too,
night.
guys. See you later, guys. Bye.
See you, man.
We're still moving. We're still going with Trent Kanuga's Creed, and it is now the first campaign to hit 6 figures. The first of many.
Just to say, he said he had Keon on Cyberfrog stuff, not a cover. So now I'm wondering if it's a side story as well.
Yeah, he did say. Yeah, all he said was Cyberfrog 3. That it was for Frog 3. That's pretty much all he said. And then he said card, but I think he might make it a cover. I think the wraparound cover is going to be for Frog 3. He said actually.
Yeah, that'd be awesome if Weems joined him on some of this stuff. Jim, I don't know though. That cover was all him. That just had his signature on it. So who knows? And I don't know, when it comes to the Comicsgate stuff, what certain people want to attach their name to, but I know that Weems is one of my favorite inkers on Dale if he's not inking himself. So that would be the shit if he came over just to work with Dale.
I'm getting a couple of those books too. Yeah, Witchblade spot. Yep.
When it comes to Weems, I've never talked to him about it before. I never mentioned anything. I didn't say this is what I do. I hired him I hired him to do the book. We signed a contract. He never asked one bit. So I think that dude's a businessman, and he's down to do a job. So I've never seen him post anything remotely political on any of his social media. So
hold on. Jim Cox says no. Weren't you taught? Weems is inking Fred Durst. Or Joe, whatever. But that's his inker.
Yeah. Weems is inking my book, but Weems has also inked a lot of Dale's stuff in the past, like that newest Hulk thing that Dale just did that really wasn't all that good story-wise, but Weems was on him with that. So I was just saying that, I know that they like to work together from time to time, so I wouldn't be surprised. It'd be cool. That's all.
Leroy, you know how I came up with the mall analogy the other day?
Mm-hmm.
What building is added to the mall with Dale Keown coming in?
He would probably be second to EVS. So if EVS was like Macy's, the next step down would be Keown.
So Hudson's,
whatever. Yeah, exactly. So he'd come in and he'd be, especially with the crowd. The joke is we're all 42. I'm not an Image guy, but I know a lot of people in CG are Image guys. I'm not ignorant of that fact.
Born and bred Image.
Right. So Keown is a huge any of those guys, but Keown especially, or it was Silvestri especially. Those two, I would say. So I mean, he'd be number 2. Now whether he comes in here and embraces it like Shane or Dan did, that's yet to be seen. Because that has to be part of it. You have to endear yourself to the community. But just artistically, as much people have love for the art, he'd be number 2, right below EVS. So
yeah,
he can crowdfund better than SGM if he came over here and put a book out. No doubt in my mind.
That's what I was saying, man. He would break some fucking numbers if he came over. If he came over and brought Pitt, but if he just came over and brought a different book, but specifically if he brought Pitt back, I think that would blow the fuck up. I mean, I would be a day one backer. I would back multiple times on that book because that was when I was a kid. Dale Keown was a huge influence on me. I used to write him fan letters all the time, and his office would write back, send stickers and like all this stuff. And Pitt was one of my favorite characters when he was a huge influence on me when in the 90s. So, like, I'm if it wasn't Silvestri, the next best thing was Dale Keown. So I'm ecstatic over here. Like,
people are going to be paying attention right now. That's the thing is people that don't normally write Comicsgate off, they're going to be looking over here right now and see what's going on. That's only good could come of this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just me, but like obviously we had the big boom when it first all started, right? With that whole start. But since then, like especially lately, it seems like it's growing steadily. Like you've had Frager coming, you've had Shane coming, you've had Rocafort.
T-Bear has been here.
Yeah, like
Nolan, right?
It
Nolan.
seems like it's just going up and up. Like there doesn't seem like it's going the wrong way.
Well, the narrative is breaking. It's shattering around everybody. Like when Trump was in office and the whole you just throw names at people. You label them as certain things, and then they were believed because it was Twitter, it was social media. I think over the last few years, a lot of people have seen that that's not the case, and it's becoming less believable. So now you're seeing guys in the industry that are starting to break away and see the success of guys like EVS and John Malin and Dan Fraga and Art T-Bear and all these other guys who are names that they associate with are doing well now, and they can just be like, fuck the noise. That's just a bunch of angry people on Twitter that really have no power over anybody. So if you can just not worry about those fuckers, do what you want, then their whole narrative shatters. And I think we're starting to see it. And it's fucking awesome.
I think a lot too, like when they just keep on bitching and moaning and trying to cancel this and this, like you might have been on the fence, like, oh, I don't really care. But the more they do it, the more it forces people to make a choice of where they want to be, and it's not going to end up well for them. Is what I think.
Jim Cox says a little bad will come over too. They always crawl out from under the rocks when something big happens. But I would agree with them. But I would also say this: CG is very good. The fans, the chat, whatever you want to call us, at weeding out that bad. Like,
true.
It will be caught. It will be caught quickly, and it will be dealt with severely. So that's what I would say.
I feel you on that for sure. Rick, I'm gonna talk to TJ as much as I can and try to convince him to kind of come over and be a part of the community, because that dude's got quality work, and I think he would definitely benefit from being here.
That's big news. So, like, I don't know if you were crying, but it did look like you had tears in your eyes.
I wasn't actually crying, but it was, I was very excited, and it was emotional because that's one of my pedestal guys, like Silvestri, Keown, Platt. Those are guys that when I was a kid that just, they drove me to want to be an artist. And I learned a lot from looking at their lines and studying their work. And like I said, I had a pen pal relationship with Keown for a little while. I don't think it was actually Keown writing me back, but it was just the fact that I would get letters back from Full Bleed Studios. And they, it wasn't just a stock. It would address what I said, blah, blah, blah. So like, it's a nostalgia thing. It's definitely an emotional thing, especially because I've been one of the guys that's been very disappointed in Keown over the last, I don't know how many years, because he dropped off the face of the earth, just popped up every once in a while. you know, and I think he's got so much potential if he could get back into doing the. And I thought maybe he lost the passion, so maybe if he found the passion again and get really back into it in a community, because mainstream comics, they don't know Keown anymore, right? The appreciation for him and what he's done in the industry, I don't think is there. So when he pops up and does stuff for Marvel, I don't know if it's that impactful, but you come over here to a community with a bunch of us that are late 30s, early 40s that grew up with guys like him, a whole nother world. You know?
I was just saying, I wonder how much, if he comes over, I wonder if I pull my Pit 1 out, like how much I'll be able to sell it on. I'm not going to, but it's going to skyrocket.
Oh yeah,
dude, I've got like 10.
It's probably going to skyrocket already. Just off that alone, it's going to skyrocket.
Yeah.
That's so
When that,
cool.
you know, when that book comes around.
That's a cool moment to share with everybody in the chat and on the panel, like especially
Absolutely.
when he shared the art. Like that's when you're like, oh,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
for real. Like this is happening. So
Yeah. I don't know the way he kept saying first pass. I have a feeling he's gonna want to change that head, but I really hope he doesn't, man. I really like the head that way.
Yeah, honestly, I like everything about it. I don't think he needs to do any
Yeah.
changes. You know, do some
He's
changes
very
when you do the
particular
wraparound
with
cover.
with Cyberfrog's head, like Ethan.
That's
like
true.
I've noticed that in the past, but I don't know. I
will
really
say
like
this:
that.
it sounds like he's doing them more than a cover too. So that's
Yeah.
gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it might be
Can't
some
wait to see the
interior work.
wraparound, man. That's gonna be.
Shout out to Kyle too for obviously coloring it and not telling
yeah.
anyone about it.
Yeah, Kyle's a beast.
EVS has the top talent, man. He's got the top colorists and he's got top artists working for him. I mean, that dude,
Yeah.
you know, he's a great spokesman for the CG community, but just also a good example to show how to build.
He's a
build
good
product.
businessman. Yeah, just
Yeah,
all
he's
around.
great.
Like, you know, yeah.
I like Keown. Don't get me wrong, but I still don't want to see a main book not done by Ethan. I want
No,
Ethan
no,
on Cyberfrog.
I don't think
period.
you'll ever see that. I think
Yeah.
Ethan will always do his main
Ethan,
book. If
yeah,
it's,
he said he'll never let anybody do the main book other than him.
yeah. It'll be an offshoot or something.
Write it
you
either.
know?
Yeah, he'll never let anybody write the main book either, he said.
If Ethan was in the mainstream right now, he'd be the cat's ass. He'd be number
yeah.
one. Yeah,
Putting out
so-
quality like this? Kidding me? Absolutely.
You know what he should do is he should do a Cyberfrog Pit crossover book and get some
Ooh.
excitement going, and then have Dale later on the line do a
just
Pit
an
book.
ash can or something, you
Or-
know?
yeah,
like,
just something.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice little
that'd be-
ash can. Yeah. Definitely.
Have Kyle color it. You know, I mean, fuck, dude, this is so
Freaking
exciting.
CG,
Like, I
man.
can't.
This is exciting
So
stuff
awesome.
right here. Yeah, I can't wait to see any, what else they got under their, what else he's got, up his sleeve, because I know
Eric-
there's another artist he hasn't talked about.
There's a few actually.
Yeah.
Eric von Stugel says, I'm not familiar with Del Keown at all, but I like that. Look up Pitt, P-I-T-T.
Look up Pit #1. That book is amazing. Still holds up today as being a fucking phenomenally drawn book. I mean, everything about that book, to Joe Chiodo's colors, the heavy inks that Dale uses on that, the detail, the rendering. That book is just one of my all-time favorites. That's up in my top 10 for sure, top 5 maybe.
Did you
of
text
all time.
Sean yet?
I did. I don't know what's going on with him. I know he was on the Best Friends show with Mark earlier, but I don't know. He might have gone to sleep.
It's too
I
bad.
haven't heard back
like
from
to
him yet.
like to see his take on this, because he's a nerd too. So image
Oh.
nerd. I'm a DC nerd. You guys are
He-
image nerds.
Yeah, he's going to be extremely excited. I guarantee it. He hasn't even seen my message yet, so yeah.
All right, we're gonna wrap it here. That was really cool, man, and thanks for coming on, Dojo, and
Thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, thank you
That
very
was
much.
fun.
It was fun.
that was fun.
Yeah, that was cool.
How fun
That was
are
real
you,
cool.
Leroy?
Yeah, I appreciate the chat coming and hanging out too, and I'd like to get you on over my chat. I've been saying that, but we'll get you over on my channel too. So sometime
That'd be cool. That'd be really
Joe.
Yeah, and I'd like to get you on stuff sometime too. Like we'll work out the details, but we'll do.
I
some
was
slide. It'd be
just
awesome.
on.
Well, I mean, actually have you on, and not like jump on part of like a roundtable discussion. But I'd like to have an entire show. Just come hang out with me and Sean.
All right,
and thanks.
You too,
thanks,
Rob.
chat.
I'd like to get.
Yeah.
I mean, one of these
Yeah, man,
days,
of course.
work it out.
Thanks, chat. It was cool. You guys stuck around. I know people.
Hail
I know
chat.
people started leaving once EVS was talking about who it was going to be. But yeah, stick around. That's pretty cool, man. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.
All right, have a good night.
Have a
See
good
y'all.
one.